Hi.
Mm, 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 mm.
How we all doing?
Bust
It's
down,
Thursday.
Pantheonis.
Bust down, Pantheonis. Yeah.
I want to see you bust down.
That's my busted down. You got Black Panther on today. Is that intentional because 5 years ago Chadwick Boseman died and this is like a way to celebrate him?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You were thinking about lying.
Yeah.
I saw it. You did it. You went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely what I was thinking about. Yep.
I saw
But
a
no,
tweet,
RIP, Chadwick Boseman. Yep.
I saw a tweet right when it hit midnight. Somebody said that from MCU Film News.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
it's
It
gonna be
kind of shocks you every time it rolls around the anniversary. So
yeah, it's like you Kobe guys, when it was 8/24,
yeah.
4 days ago, that was a day where we celebrated Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Then you do it every time he gets his anniversary of the draft day. Kobe was drafted and traded to Charlotte this day 17 years ago, or 27 years.
Hold on, chill. We've been only on for 90 seconds, and we have our third guest. We have full Pantheon. We haven't even been on for 2 minutes, and we have reached peak Pantheon. This got to be a record. This is a goddamn record for sure. Mark this day, August 28th, 2025.
For Chad.
So, what's going on, D?
He heard the Kobe talk. He's like, they better not.
Not much. What's going on?
Hey, Kobe or Steph?
What? Kobe Bryant.
Steph or Magic? Better point guard.
Stephen Curry.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one for me. And it's also like what you want from your team, because you could also make a good case for Kyrie Irving's the best point guard ever. Chris Paul's the best point. John Stockton's the best point guard ever. Jason Kidd is the best point guard ever. It depends what you're looking for.
I think some of those names are great point guards. I think a lot of those guys that you named look towards Magic as their example, their point god. So
Magic wasn't 50, 40, 90 like Steve Nash.
Did Steve Nash ever play center to win the NBA Finals?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
That happened? Did he ever play center and win an NBA Finals MVP
it was
as a rookie?
Canadian basketball. It was that,
yeah. Shout out to Magic.
So I think accomplishments and like achievements and accolades and stuff like that, Magic is the most accomplished guy, right? Maybe Steph.
Absolutely.
But Steph never won the Finals MVP.
He never won the Finals MVP.
It was Durant. He did it the fourth one. He did with the fourth. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got Magic.
I respect each opinion, bro. Like they're like it's not like definitive, the best center, Shaquille O'Neal, right? We can all say that one.
The best center ever. I mean, that's probably my pick. I think people will argue with you about Wilt and Kareem. Well, yeah, no, Kareem. Even Shaq says the captain. Even Shaq says
that Abdul-Jabbar is better.
He's never said he's better than Kareem.
If Shaq had free throws, could you say Shaq is the better?
Shaq would be if Shaq hit from at least like a 70% clip, he'd be the greatest player ever.
Well, what is he though? He's only 50, right? It's not
be
that
the
bad.
Greatest player ever. He's top 10 in scoring, and the man had no. He's below 50 for his career. He's like around smelling 50% for his career. It's terrible. It's awful. He's probably left 20,000 points on the floor.
Is power forward definitive? Like Tim Duncan is the best. Good defense.
I got Timmy probably.
Got titles.
I got Timmy.
Oh, he has that. Who else can say that? Small forward?
Maybe big ticket, because if you telling me that only thing you would need to do is swap KG for Tim Duncan, and now all of a sudden he got 4 rings or 5 rings, then shit, I wouldn't have argued with you at that point. It's probably Timmy and big ticket as the top 2 power forwards for me.
More than Karl Malone. Karl Malone benefited from
fuck Karl Malone.
Okay, small forward.
Literally, fuck Karl Malone.
LeBron, Larry Bird.
Give me LeBron.
Durant's great.
Yeah, give me LeBron.
Melo's great. That's LeBron. LeBron is kind of definitively, it's him.
Nope.
more than any other small forward. And then shooting guard is a tough one. Dwayne Wade, James Harden, Vince Carter. Who am I forgetting? Kobe
There's
Bryant.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan at the top.
Yeah.
And then there's like kind of like everybody else, with the very crest of that everybody else being Kobe Bryant. But then your Dwayne Wade's, Vince Carter's, Tracy McGrady's, all of those. And it's just kind of like a Penny Hardaway's. It's like a big jumble. Jerry West is in that list, right?
I mean, we have with a huge asterisk.
10 straight finals. He's the logo.
Yeah, but there's only 6 teams, and you're making 10 straight finals. Was it that big of a?
It means he was the best of the field. I can't blame you for the size of the league, but he dominated it. Because you would have to have that same critique for Wilt. You'd have the same exact critique for Wilt or Bill Russell. All played in the same league.
I do have the same for Bill Russell, yeah, and Wilt Chamberlain, yeah. But regardless, fine. Hey, honorable mention Jerry West. You're on the low. Then we go to point guard, and that's back where we started, right? We already did point guard. That's fun. Bench player, best bench player ever.
Jamal best
Crawford.
Bench player ever. I was getting ready to say Jamal Crawford.
Manu
But Jamal Crawford he never led to winning.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Jason Terry has something to say about that. I feel like a guy like Tayshaun Prince didn't always start for the.
I'd go with Jason Terry.
Jason Terry. JJ Barea is up there.
No, he's not.
What? They don't beat the 2011 Miami Heat without JJ Barea.
Okay, that was a great year he had there in the great
Manu, absolutely. Manu Ginobili. Manu over JT.
Yeah. Ginobili over
Manu over Jet.
Jason Terry.
That's my pick.
For sure.
Manu. My boy locked up James Harden in 2018. Locked him down.
Best podcaster, Paul George, Draymond Green.
Answer this question.
Jeff Teague.
Jesus.
Jeff Teague.
Yeah, no comment.
Well, get ready to comment, because according to a little bet, took a while. We got there though. Superman has grossed $600 million. The W's and the L's will be selected by Chillmonger over on Sunday, and I'm gonna find something out about Jeff Teague to make him W worthy. You might get like 3 or 4, and you're not allowed to say these ones came from Chill. You got to pretend like they're yours. L for this, W for them, yeah, and then just see what Josh says.
But you're literally telling the audience right now you're feeding my Dubs and L's list, so I might as well let them know which ones are compromised, right? Don't you want to take credit for your work?
Nah.
Okay.
I like the mystery. I like the intrigue.
Sure.
So one or two might be a little bit obvious.
I don't know how I'm going to preface the conversation on Dubs and L's, but I'll find a way to let people know that I'm being held hostage in some way. But yeah, no, I mean, it did what it did. What's crazy is that F1 is still making money. Like it's got over 600 million for its total gross right now. So I think that just in general, even the bigger titles, the ones that won outside of Minecraft and like Lilo and Stitch, but even if you were winning this summer, you didn't win at the rate that you thought you were going to win. You know what I mean? You didn't. We thought Jurassic World was going to hit $1 billion, and it got close, but like, you know, not what the last Jurassic series was doing in terms of numbers. And then Superman, as much as people, I don't understand that it seems like it's getting pretty close to making its budget, and people are still like heavy spin machine on Superman, like even to the point where like now it's not even really necessary. Like you don't have to do that. It's doing respectable enough. You got your CEO, I mean your president out here talking about it doesn't need to make money anyway. So like why are we pressed down on the spin for it so much? And then Fantastic Four, I said this at the onset. If they didn't outpace Superman by a large margin, they were going to be embarrassed. I haven't heard much to anything from Marvel post Fantastic Four. There's no, oh, the sequel's been fast tracked. You know what I'm saying? Like the new lead for the MCU is Pedro Pascal. You know, it's not, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. It's about the same reception that we got for Thunderbolts, which I was able to see for the free ski for the first time this week. It came out on streaming, and it wasn't
first time. Like, you never
awful.
bothered to go on a illegal website to see it. You saw it for the first time.
Nah,
Well, you probably knew everything, right?
I mean, through the leaks and all the discussions, I got pretty much the gist. It wasn't a terrible movie. I thought it was maybe a few steps above Brave New World. Just kind of ultimately the characters. I think the characters, if we swapped out a few of those characters for actual known Thunderbolts characters in the books, there was some real potential for that movie. But in any case, they're disappointed. Their box office hasn't really crest anything memorable this year, and they've had 3 opportunities. They had 3 swings, and none of them have really given the Marvel's running the box office feel. So I think this was a light year. I think we expected it to be, money raining from the sky. Economy excluded. This was just a weird year for films.
Fantastic Four, First Steps, 492. It should hit 500, no problems, because it's still making its money. It just made 531, so it'll have enough to reach 5. That's good though. It's a significant difference to say that our movie only made, and then you start the sentence with 400, and so
yeah, right.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Definitely.
We like our 5s too.
Make this money, take this money. Ain't no way you can take this money. Ain't funny, take it, honey.
DeMarcus Vaughn with the 5.
What up, DeMarcus? Go DeMarcus. Go DeMarcus.
Who is better, Amari Stoudemire or Anthony Davis?
Amari
had the knee problem, but Anthony Davis.
They both have health problems. At their peak, both of them at their peak, I'm taking AD.
Stoudemire.
I'm taking AD at the peak. Like peak AD for me was 2020 when he probably should have won Defensive Player of the Year. That was the best we've ever seen Anthony Davis. That version of him could win an MVP. I don't think I ever felt like Amari Stoudemire was the best player in the league. Not even for a second. There's been times where I thought Anthony Davis could be that player. Never thought that about Amari Stoudemire.
I can agree to that one, actually.
Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving?
Ooh, that's tough.
Tough,
man.
He's so iconic. AI. You don't want to go against AI, but Kyrie is.
It's not just the name AI. It's the things, obviously, the legacy that comes with AI, carrying the 76ers all the way that he carried the 76ers. I don't know. AI is one of the greats.
I think that Kyrie is more skilled. However, in terms of how much they actually played and how much they were on the court, I think Allen Iverson was a lot more durable than Kyrie, especially early on in their career. Like Philly and Denver AI, he was playing most of those seasons. It really wasn't like Kyrie has missed oh my God, so much basketball. And I would like to pick him just because, again, his skill set is crazy. There's nowhere on the floor where he can't score from. I think he actually has a better handle. Iverson has a better move. His go-to move is better. His right to left is deadly. But like Kyrie can hit every move in the world. Kyrie's handle is legendary. This is hard to pick. I don't know who I got for this. Damn.
Kyrie. Look at their most iconic moments. Allen Iverson, game 1, right over Tyronn Lue. Fantastic. Yeah, game 7.
The shot over Steph. That's
3-pointer towards the ending. That was amazing. They all happened in the finals.
You know what I mean?
Most iconic moments for these guys. And then they both have problems with the media, practice, all that stuff. Yeah.
Damn, I really want to pick Kyrie Irving.
What did you, Darius? You said AI. I say Kyrie. Tiebreaker.
Yeah, man, I think I gotta go Kyrie.
Oh, let's check in with chat. You guys are all participating on this one. AI is more impactful. I'll come back when the topic. You're right. You're right. You're right. They're not here for sports. AI, who has the more dog in them? Iverson. AI, culturally AI, but Kyrie is more clutch. He still doesn't get there without Kareem. I think that's another.
Talking about
Kyrie's
Magic.
handle. Kyrie got better handles than AI. I think there's more AIs, but it's not by much. So,
What's up first, folks?
how much Peacemaker have we been watching?
Who the hell's watching?
Don't ask me silly questions. Don't ask me silly questions.
And unbeknownst to me, when we talked about this, the 22% increase that Peacemaker has had, that is only a 22% increase from the finale show with 700 views in the households and households that from season 1, 700 million views. Yeah, 700 million views so not million, thousand views.
700,000.
700,000 views. I don't know why I said 700 million. 700,000 views. So it's really not that big of an increase. So technically, still no one's watching Peacemaker.
It's kind of like the Disney Plus magic, the marketing magic. They'll be like, most viewed in this quarter of Disney Plus at 2 a.m. They'll always put all these crazy filters on it to make it seem like it's some magical feat. And in reality, you're just kind of inching forward from the precipitous drop that you had in the first place. It's like if you go back 10 spots and then jump forward 3 and then champion the 3 steps forward like you're doing something, it's kind of like, hey, but what about the 10 you lost to begin with? You know, it's like they kind of forget the losses, only count the wins.
Yeah, and there's nothing else on HBO Max rivaling Peacemaker at the moment anyway. So, of course, it would be the number one thing being watched at the moment if people are watching Peacemaker. But that's when we say these things every time, because I know that there are people in the chat that watch Peacemaker. I'm not shitting on the people that are watching Peacemaker. However, when James Gunn is out there saying that big cameos are not going to come until the final few episodes, well, then what incentive do I have to watch the first few episodes? Also, when people that have seen earlier showings have said it's not that great, or it's okay, it's the same from season 1, blah blah blah. So I don't care when we start getting what is it, 6, 7, and 8, those 3 episodes, because they're talking about possibly Superman being a cameo. I'd like that. Fun. However, though, what I don't like is I did see the 2 scenes from the first episode. The scene with the Justice Gang with Guy Gardner, Hot Girl,
where the microphone is off.
Yes. It's just very, and again, I love Superman. I've said that before. I said that in the review I gave. It's too James Gunn. I expect that in the Peacemaker series. I just don't want that to be, you want to make Guy that way? Sure, fine. Have fun with Guy. We all know James loves weird characters that most people don't care for. So you want to do that with Guy? Fine. Hot Girl, I hope that's not her personality moving forward. I just hope that that's not who she is. And if you have Superman or other big cameos show up, I hope you stay true. I'm sure he will. I hope. Stay true to who Superman was in that film and don't have him come in to Peacemaker trying to fit the tone of Peacemaker. I just don't do that. Don't do that. That's why I don't like that James has his hand on so much shit, because it's like, then you get too much of James Gunn's humor. And again, every interview he's been doing lately, it's just talking about obscure characters. If he brings Batmite up one more interview.
Hey, I swear to God, y'all gonna see Batmite pop up somewhere. He keep talking about it in relation to Matt Reeves' Batman too. Oh, we gotta talk to Matt, see if he can find a way to incorporate Batmite. He's really great. No, he's not. Nobody looking for that, fam. No one's asking for that.
Yeah, it's funny.
The vulgar scenes and the nudity and the stuff is very different from Superman, and I'm kind of worried for the kids. They like Superman. Oh, this one's DC also. Let me turn it on, and you see dude doing lines and the worst of humankind happening on that show in episode 1. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I guess it's a different tone. They do say TVMA, but I just don't feel like it's right.
Everybody's going that way. Bob was addicted to meth. Bob was addicted to meth, and he kept bringing it up too. The first time they said it, they was just kind of vague about it. It was like, oh, addiction, blah 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 blah. And then there's like a cut scene when we're going through his memories where like he's actually addicted to meth and he screams it at the top of his lungs. I was like, I was supposed to bring my kids to that. We were supposed to sit down as a family and talk about depression and addiction, and that movie was crazy. Anyways, I think both studios are kind of lifting up the guardrails. They're taking the training wheels off a little bit,
which is cool for Deadpool.
I think it's cool in general when it's applied evenly, when it's applied in the spots it needs to be applied at. See, when you're going into Peacemaker, and this kind of gets to your point about mixing Superman with Peacemaker, when you're going into his aura, you're going to get raunchy. You're going to get envelope pushing. You're going to get risque material. Is that a place for Superman to be even involved with to any real degree? Well, first of all, no. In general, where would you ever see Superman run into Peacemaker? Like, why is that thing that's happening anyways?
The same way that Hawk Girl and Green Lantern were in the same place. You can write a story for them to exist in the same world. I understand that.
Sure, I'm just saying, what are you doing to your letter character, the creme de la creme, top of your roster? What are you doing to him if you bring him down into Raunchyville and you make him interact with Peacemaker, right? Like it kind of devalues him a bit. You're bringing him. Okay, it would be like.
I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah. Like a Charles Xavier Deadpool show. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck is happening here? You know,
they've got their places.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. It's just, I am not the biggest Peacemaker fan. I liked Peacemaker in Suicide Squad. I thought he was great in Suicide Squad. Him and Idris Elba going off each other. That was fun. Watching him for an entire 8 episodes, I can't. I don't want to, nor do I care. I'll tune in once we get to the stuff that's feeding into the wider universe.
Which is going to be what? Because we talking about Clayface and Booster Gold. So when are we going to get to the actual stuff? When are we getting to the nitty gritty? Or is that the nitty gritty and we just don't know it yet? Like, this is the stuff.
So in the show Peacemaker, we see the Pocket Universe stuff, or the universes, and they mention the Pocket Universe stuff from Superman. It's really not that isolated. There is mentions, which is cool for me because I've always been asking that for Marvel. The last Phase 4, for last Phase 5. Like, for example, Falcon and Winter Soldier, they joke, hey, androids, wizards, and was it robots? It's always one of the 3. But no one ever uses that androids, wizards, and what's the third one? Soldiers?
Did you say vampires?
Aliens?
Witches?
It may be witches. But if that's a thing, right? Because that's what Sam was trying to convey. Let me hear Kamala Khan say it at school. Let me hear in Moon Knight. Can it bring it up in the new Agatha? Like, don't, it's supposed to be a universe. And so Peacemaker does off of one episode, and the second episode is out right now. Off of one episode, it does succeed in that. I'll watch episode 2, and I was waiting for 6, 7, and 8, but I was gonna let them take me on the ride. Maybe I'm John Cena nostalgic right now because it's his retirement year in wrestling. And so I'm like, let me consume as much as possible.
Which they are floundering at, by the way. It has completely spun off the rails to me.
So are you watching Peacemaker?
Yeah, I'll watch it now. I didn't watch season 1, though.
So are you watching season 1?
I'm watching season 1, yeah. Sorry, excuse me. I'm watching season 2, episode 1.
Well, you'll have to tell me how that is.
Got it. Somebody said when we started swinging that sign, sorry, I was on meth.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, excuse me?
D23 Destination Showcase prediction, August 30, Marvel Rise Up Everything. I need them to loosen up for characters like the Sentry and other dark characters. Dark? I'm always going to be okay with that.
Disappointed where they went with that character in the Void and how they ended up getting out the Void. I'm like, come on, man. Come on.
But
come on.
that was a thing we all said at the very beginning. How do you take this ensemble group and have them fight Sentry? Or
Yeah, he was cleaning them up.
Yeah.
Cleaning
Give
them
him
up.
a suit, just like Punisher. James Gunn shouldn't have put that orgy scene in there. Yup, I would agree. And then he talked about it like, well, these actors are so professional. They all get nude, and then you put their cloak on after we say cut, and everyone was comfortable. It was great.
Imagine doing like intimacy training, and you gotta put your junk in this little sock, and it's all these little protocols you got to go through so that this man can have his giggles. Like it's not pertinent to the story. It ain't really doing nothing for the audience. He just wants it in there. I mean, like, just feels like a much to do for somebody else's shit, somebody else's cork.
Ant-Man 91. Sup, y'all? Can't believe it's been 5 years. The passing of Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Chad.
We kind of touched on it. Do you want to say something more, Darius? Just, it's been 5 straight years. No?
R.I.P. Chad. No.
There is some.
Who had an orgy scene
Peacemaker.
in episode 1?
Yeah.
Season 2?
Season 2.
Wow, way to pop that off.
Darius, like, I'm watching now.
Oh no, I said, wow, way to pop that off, James. But that, I mean, I'm not shocked. It's James. It's just his humor. Sometimes I just like, nah, bro, I'm too far, too deep in. I don't care. Yeah, that's what it was. Androids, aliens, and wizards.
Yeah, and then they said, but Strange, he's a sorcerer. That's not the same.
Yeah.
To that, Chadwick Boseman died 5 years ago. This really pissed me off, and you guys know where I'm going with this. But Star Wars had Baylon Skoll get recasted. It's Rory McCann right now who's in charge of that, who's taking that role. And some tweet here. Let me find the article, pull it up, share screen. This is Ivana Sakno. Ahsoka Season 2 star confirms 2 major villains will share many scenes together exclusive. And here it is.
Major villains, eh?
The direct said, the passing of Ray Stevenson was obviously incredibly tragic, but thankfully his legacy and the characters he brought to the screen will live on forever. And for Season 2, Rory McCann was brought on board to help keep Baylon Skull's story alive. Yeah, exactly. I know
Must
you
be
can't
nice,
speak.
man.
I know you can't speak on the show, but just what was it like working with him as an actor and being able to continue that character's journey and Ray's legacy? And Ivana Sakno said, we're in the middle of filming right now. I'm reporting to you from London. So I get to see Rory nearly daily at the moment. And he has been an amazing to work with. I will have his work speak for itself, but he is definitely a gift for us to have. And there couldn't have been anyone better to take on this role.
Man, the comparisons in language could not be different. I mean, they couldn't be more stark in between what they're saying and what was coming out of the cast of Black Panther. And it's so stark, it almost feels intentional. They are putting this man in a light to the audience that's eventually going to be watching Ahsoka Season 2. They are the best advocate for him. Like, oh man, well, let his work speak for itself. But man, he's such a gift to have on set. There's nobody who could have done this better. That is all that would have been required to get a new actor in position where we wanted him. That is all that would have been required. All it is, oh, they would have killed him, and they wouldn't. I'm sorry. There is no fan base more vitriolic than the Star Wars fan base. And if it was that big a deal, to recast a character who was taken from us too soon, we would definitely see it out of Star Wars, 1000%. And so it's all about how you're communicating this towards the audience. I say this all the time. Marvel made it dead set to make sure that they place their audience in a place of grief, in a place of this belongs to Chadwick, and that's how we're going to respect him, is by no longer filling this position.
Retiring the jersey.
And they did that through their communication. They set those parameters. That is not what was required. That was not what was
number
asked
42,
of.
right? Yeah, number 42 can't be played in MLB. T'Challa
Ever
can't come
again.
in the MCU.
Yeah, man.
The language here. Sorry, I keep cutting
Go,
you off.
no.
I don't mean to.
Go. No, you're good.
The language here, I did take one issue with the last thing that she said, which was, and there couldn't have been anyone better to take on this role. You don't need to pedestal him, Rory McCann. You don't need to pedestal him. There couldn't have been anyone better. You don't actually need to say that, and I do disagree with that. Not every actor in Hollywood auditioned for this role. Maybe there could be someone who is better than him. That's just not a factual statement. But in order to, I guess, like make it smoother, this is the best guy.
Yeah.
and no one could
It's
have
not
been better.
about factual statement at that point. It's about making sure that he's introduced as part of the family. It's making sure that anybody who did have reservations over somebody else taking that role hears it from somebody firsthand on set who has a little bit more knowledge of it, that, okay, it's like validating him, right? It's like if somebody brings a guy to the party, you want to hear them vouch for that guy pretty positively. You don't want them to just drop him off in the party and be like, yeah, go talk to people. You know what I'm saying? So it means a lot when there's somebody that you already trust within the production who speaks well of them. That was kind of the point I was making, because it's that simple to signal to the audience, like, hey, this is the new guy. This is who we're rolling with. Get behind him. It's that simple.
Is Ahsoka season 1 worth the watch? Yes, easily.
Yeah. Yep, I'd say so. Kind of takes a nosedive in the last 2 episodes, but for the most part, it's an enjoyable series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why don't you let Iconic wear the mask? It's the beautiful Batman mask.
It's not wearable.
It's not?
It's not.
I would try to stick my head in there somehow. I would find a way. Gotta hollow it out. Yeah, I'd be sitting around here like Michael Keaton.
That was
Hey,
the first thing
Deadpool
I
made that,
asked
though.
when I bought it. Can you wear it? It was like, I don't know.
Get ready. Get ready.
I was gonna say that would be
scene,
one hell of an emergency room visit, trying to
trying to-
it's halfway stuck on your fucking head. You can't get it off, but you can't pull it down either.
Yeah, that's a sitcom episode.
I don't think I like that in your background. I think I'm gonna need to change it for the month of September. As
Yeah,
I do,
you don't get any say when it comes to Batman. You get a say when it
No,
comes
I
to.
I gotta say that was the bet. I get to change your background.
No. You can pull it back up. The bet was everything Marvel related. If it's not Marvel related, you don't get to touch it. That is Batman, sir. That's DC.
You said pull that back up. I did not clip that moment. I don't know when we said it.
I would. You looks like you got some scrolling to do, or you can confide in the chat there. They can tell you they got good memories, and I know they're going to say what I just said. It was Marvel related. It was not everything.
I'm pretty sure I have everything. I get to redirect, and the only thing that we agreed that you get to keep on was the Black Panther poster. That's how.
Chat. If you would like to chime in, you can chime in. If not,
Well, don't chime in. Give us the link to the.
Scrolling to do.
Should have clipped it. I didn't think I needed to clip
it.
Thank you, Lawrence. There's one.
Lawrence said it was Marvel.
Do we have another? Do I hear another? It was definitely just Marvel.
It wasn't the only thing that you can keep in the back was Black Panther?
No, the only thing that I could keep of Marvel was Black Panther.
Okay.
Oh, Kyle.
Marvel related.
Xavier.
That's 2. That's 3.
One of the reasons I love coming over here is the banter between Darius and Chill or Marcus and Chill. Does Darius and Marcus ever have banter, though? I think I've heard it before.
We have, but it's rare. We seem to think alike. You are the oddball.
What was the last time you and I'm the oddball, but I win my bets. What was the last time you two had something?
You held that one. That one. You have a bucket of L's, sir. Kind of like, if they were pinned on a refrigerator. You'd have a lot.
I was gonna say the last time that me and Darius had a squabble, we was talking about basketball. We were talking about the Warrior, the mustache.
Gotcha. Absolutely super.
The movies have been good.
I take what's mine and take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. Yeah.
Bucks thoughts $4.99. Thank you. Why do you think these shows / movies have been giving us terrible endings?
Perspective of the creator. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Game of Thrones creators.
Yeah. Yeah. Perspective of the creators. They have the ultimate creative control. They're going to set the narrative. That's really what it boils down to. They ran out of material at the end of Game of Thrones. What were some other terrible endings?
Lost. I liked it, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think it was terrible, but it was controversial for sure. I think one that Ghost or Power, the original 5 or 6 seasons of Power, ended terribly. Who else didn't stick the landing? I think a lot of Soprano fans had a problem with the final episode. You know, walking in, Tony sitting there with his family. We're expecting a hit. Black screen.
Maybe
people to this day are still pissed about that.
Imagination, I'd say as well, because or just I don't know. Like Ozark is one for me personally. I kept saying
I was so mad with the ending of Ozark.
How the fuck are you gonna wrap this show up? And then you gave us that. And I was like,
So you mean they gonna come all the way down to Missouri and smoke Ruth and y'all good? Like y'all good. Keep making y'all money. You and your little criminal children, y'all keep making millions down here in the Ozarks. Y'all good. But that Ruth girl, no, Ruth gotta go.
Yeah, I hated the ending. I didn't like the twist with his sister, Omar's sister. I was like, why? I didn't like it.
Attack on Titan had a good ending, but it's a manga.
It had it wasn't the ending I expected. I feel like with anime, manga, all the Japanese storytelling, they're very good for the misdirects and the twists and turns. Attack on Titan had one too many for me. If they would have just left it as Eren being the or what can I get to it? The Elder Titan, the oldest Titan, right? If he would have consumed that, and then the show turns to everybody in the world trying to defeat Eren, it would have made it a little bit simpler towards the end. But it got a little weird to me with this back and forth. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he an anti-hero? Who's really right in this situation? It became more of a racial story than a story about good and bad and who's the antagonist, protagonist. There really wasn't. It was just showing you conflict from kind of both sides. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of switched to me. It went from like a character-driven story to a societal story in the latter half of Attack on Titan.
I don't know how to explain why your microphone is acting differently, but it just is differently. It feels like it's sensitive and then it's unsensitive and then it is and it's not. And it's not like you're moving away from the microphone either. It was just say something now.
Let me see. Echo cancellation. Let me turn this down a little bit.
It's fine now.
How's that? It's going all right.
It's going all right.
All right. But yeah. I don't know, man. Lack of creativity. Oh, copying story arcs too. That's another popular thing. Like these writers and directors just steal from each other constantly. I don't know how many times. Oh, go ahead.
There's an example. The Bodemeos from Star Trek. His scene in Star Trek was much like the black hole scene in Fantastic Four. And like he tweeted the video and I said, yep, it's pretty similar. But I'm like, do you own the rights to everything black hole? It was similar. It was. So I don't know.
And even that is a little bit lighter than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how like everybody has copied Dragon Ball Z creator Toriyama. Anybody writing a male singular protagonist with powers since he made Goku has been copying him. James Gunn, Superman, it's Goku. He's literally Goku. He's here from an alien planet. He's meant to come here and colonize it and create a super race of people.
But Goku is Superman.
He's okay, sure. I mean, it's chicken or egg. But his version of Superman is literally Goku, is literally invincible. Mark, same person, same character arc, same idea. They just copy each other constantly over and over again. Lack of creativity. Yeah, but Goku is copying Superman. Chicken or egg? Chicken or egg?
1938. We know who the chicken is and the egg is.
Maybe because we haven't done this whole idea of Clark coming from a colonizing race until here today. That was never a part of his arc. So it wasn't a direct one-to-one with Goku or even what would eventually be Invincible until today. So that's why I'm saying James Gunn is copying, because he added that bit of story arc. Good question. Buck thoughts.
Another one.
Got a handful of stacks, better grab an umbrella. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Conic says, what bat suit would you wear? Not the bat nipples one.
Bale.
I don't know. Like, but why? For what though? To be Batman and fight crime, or like just let me dress up to go outside? Like, what's
It feels the most combat ready. It feels like it has the most mobility as well. I can turn my head. You know what I mean?
Turn my head there. Yeah, that's prerequisite.
Yeah, that Bale.
Give me skinny ass Robert Pattinson.
His shit looked loose. It just looked like it didn't fit all the time.
Yeah, it'll fit me, so I need the size.
Affleck's was okay. It reminded me of there was like this anthology series of animated Batman stories that came out, and one of them was him as old man Batman, and he was fighting the creepers or whatever. Ben Affleck's Batman, his version of Batman always reminded me of that version of Batman.
He didn't wear it in the Flash, right? He just kind of appeared.
No, he wore it.
Did he wear the suit? Yeah, because he was on the.
He was on the bridge. He's on the
Yeah.
bridge with Wonder Woman. It was very awkward, but he wore
I'm
it.
thinking of Clooney. Keaton's suit looked taking shots today.
I would do Batfleck's as well. I think he had the best suit. Actually, to be honest, out of all of them, I know this. He's my favorite Batman. I thought he had the look.
Affleck?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know it's controversial. He's my favorite though. He's had the look, the build. I liked him as Batman.
I didn't mind him. I think I would have liked to have seen a solo Batman movie for him. I think it was a travesty that his solo movie was supposed to be BVS. Because that movie was awful. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen him get a shot at a solo Batman movie.
Yeah, that sucked that he didn't. But his build, I thought he had the build for him. The current build, it looks like they're trying to go for.
Yeah. Does he need to be imposing standing next to Corn Sweat, or should he be naturally smaller than Corn Sweat? I don't feel like that Bruce and Kal-El should be the same size.
I don't think they should be the same size either. So you're saying should he be like more than Corn Sweat?
Slightly smaller, like Clark's an alien. He's not,
What do you think about the comparison in their bodies? This is animation, but the comparison in their bodies. Have you seen the Dark Knight animation, the two-parter where he's old, everybody's retired, Superman comes to him and tells him, stop. The United States wants you to fucking stop.
Oh yeah. What
do you think about his?
I think that's what we're talking about. I think we're talking about the same thing.
Oh, that's the thing. Okay, yeah, his body there. That's what that comparison for the two of them. I think.
Works. Yeah, I mean, I don't want him to be an old man, but
not an old man, but
like a bulkier, baller type.
Yeah. Batman only Batman Beyond comic I'll ever buy in my life. It's because he's mixing with Virgil.
Who's writing it? Nobody we know, probably.
No, it was someone. It's Evan Narcisse and
Evan Narcisse.
Art by Nicholas Draper Ivy. It'll be fine. Pre-order at your comic shops today. And tomorrow, the comic shop, like YouTube show, the comic shop is going to premiere.
Hey, yo, pause, Cornelius. Yep, I'm putting it up. Nowhere to go. There it is.
Alan Richardson could pull it off.
I've said that. But I don't think they're going that route anymore. I don't. If they ever were,
Reacher. Is that
yeah,
what you're talking about?
And he was in Fast and Furious, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I stopped watching those a minute ago.
Me too. I stopped at 7. I just know he said he wanted to do it. He said that many times publicly, but it looks like if they are really casting a Batman in the DCU, they may be really going with what's his name? Brandon
Skoll.
Yeah, Skoll.
Because they followed each other. It's him, right? Like, you don't follow people on Instagram.
I think it's him.
The follow never lies. Remember when Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson followed LeBron James, and I went, oh, I guess he's leaving the Heat. The next day, he left the Heat to go to Cleveland.
It's crazy how much people can read into like social media follows. Like, sometimes it can be completely erroneous. Other times it can like be the tipping point to an entire situation.
Your mic is doing the thing again. Speak.
Do you hear it too, Darius?
Kind of like where it kind of goes in and out.
Questioning
like
my ears?
fading in and out. I just want to make sure. Maybe you're here. Maybe it's like your speakers, and we want to get a third opinion.
Just a little bit.
All right, hold on. Let me unplug some stuff, and I'll come back.
But it's normal now.
The voice actors for Invincible are already reportedly in Invincible season 6. Damn, they're moving.
They got a story arc planned.
They have learned.
That's the type of planning I like to hear.
I know. I love that. They've learned from that first season gap from season 1 to season 2.
We ain't never doing this shit again. Y'all can cancel it if you want to, but we gonna have something in the tuck.
I like it. I like that. That's nice. Damn, season 6. So they gonna be rolling them things out.
Yeah,
I like it.
Luke Cage, you like him? Because according to this report here, he's back. Lucas, the rumor from Mike Coulter, and not Luke Cage, the secret code name for Captain America in Avengers Doomsday. Actual Luke Cage, Mike Coulter is set to return. But will we see him in Daredevil Born Again season 2?
Yeah. Where else would he be popping up?
He could have his own movie or oh no, they don't do those. Several internet scoopers. Yeah, exactly. Everyone get ready for Wonder Man. Great representation. Several internet scoopers are under the impression that Mike Coulter will return as Luke Cage at some point, and it's likely looking more likely that we will see Power Man in season 2 of Daredevil. Both Coulter and Finn Jones, Danny Rand, confirmed that they were in the Big Apple via their respective social media accounts when the second season of Daredevil Born Again was filming earlier this year, leading to speculation that the Heroes for Hire might be set to make their MCU debuts. Is there a picture of them like on set? Coulter would later share.
Have Finn Balor there too? Not Finn Balor. What's the man's name?
Finn Jones.
Finn Jones. I called him Finn Balor. That's funny. A little wrestling ditty.
Now, Scoopers Daniel Rickman and MTTH are indicating that, yes. Oh, that's my time to shine. Hello. I'm sorry. I'm so slow. Yes, Coulter will be the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Luke Cage. But we don't know for sure if he will show up in season 2 of Born Again. A third season is in the early planning stages. We know that Kristen Ritter will be back as Jessica Jones, so it only makes sense that the man without fear, Charlie Cox, would enlist more of his fellow defenders for backup. Yeah, makes sense. After Mayor Wilson Fisk declared martial law with the help of his anti-vigilante task force in season 1's finale, Matt Murdock decided to fight back by assembling a team of his own. The lineup was lacking a bit of muscle, but the trio of Jones, Cage, and Rand would serve as quite the equalizer. That was the season 1 finale there. All right. Which other characters will ultimately make up Murdoch's army remains to be seen, but based on what we've heard, there are going to be more superpowered heroes joining the fray in season 2 than you might expect. You think they're going to mention that at all, what happened in the finale of the anti-vigilantes when we watch Spider-Man?
I hope if continuity is a thing.
Yeah. Which
continuity is a thing.
Will season 2 of Daredevil happen though before Spider-Man, and maybe they'll solve the vigilante problem, and that's why they don't mention it in Spider-Man. See, that's
The
what they say
movie's
that.
going to come out before season 2 of Daredevil, right? Am I?
Movie is July, and Daredevil season 1 came in March. Why wouldn't season 2 be in March also?
Do we have that date? An official?
They'll probably say it this weekend.
Okay. Well, yeah, because then you also have the Punisher special. So where does that fall into everything? There's some real organizational points that we got to draw together here to start tying this stuff together, because it really doesn't make sense for a lot of this stuff to be happening and nobody's around. They just had a whole void running around at the bottom floor of the Avengers Tower, and nobody fucking showed up. So at some point, we got to start making this shit make sense.
Yeah. What was your question? Are they going to mention Daredevil and Spider-Man?
The vigilante thing, and no vigilantes in New York stuff with Kingpin.
Is that mentioned in Spider-Man at all? And I don't think so.
I guess it really just depends where on the timeline they are to one another. We know that the events of Thunderbolts happened before Daredevil because the whole fucking void is not mentioned at all in Daredevil. So it just really, I guess, depends on where it is on the timeline opposed to Daredevil for them to mention.
My theory is that season 2 will happen in March. It will resolve the anti-vigilante task force, and really nothing to address over in Spider-Man.
What are these incursions happening? Is that what we were witnessing at the end of Thunderbolts? Was that supposed to be at the beginning of an incursion, the multi-dimensional event they were talking about? The ship, the ship.
No.
Are they from here? They already from here.
Oh, that could cause an incursion, I guess. Them coming here.
Shit, what they even come here for? Didn't they save their planet?
It's supposed to be either the rumor right now is either it's them in the ship alone, or it's Doom. Well, it makes more sense to be Doom in the ship with them. He has convinced them, hey, there's some blah blah blah. I need your help. We have to go to this universe. Blah 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 blah. Don't know how they're gonna exactly pan that out to make that smooth, to not sound so as corny as it just sounded. Like, hey, let's go to another universe. Jump in the ship. All right, Doom.
I know I just broke into your house and I was fondling your baby when you walked in the room. Come to another reality with me.
Yeah. So, but the rumor right now, it's all of them in that ship. Supposed to be. Now, I'll tell you what's been interesting. Some of the rumors, we talked about it the last time with Tremel Tillman, but the rumors have gotten a lot more heavy on Kang. On him potentially being Kang in brand new day, and not like a huge role of Kang, but Kang is here. And something that Josh mentioned that really makes sense is Victor Timely is still on this timeline. When they, I don't talk about Loki season 2 because I absolutely hated it, but when you go back to Loki season 2, I can't believe it was Ouroboros or Miss Minutes that took all of Kang's work or Victor Timely's work back to his younger self in 1950. So if that is true, I think Josh's theory, which I do like, was that this could be Victor Timely, older on the same timeline. He's still in this universe. So it's like Kang was always in this universe, or had a variant of himself in this universe. I don't know. I do like the idea of it being Kang. I like the idea of, not just dismissing Kang. So, having this whole death off scene with the council. I don't like that. I never liked that. So if you could bring him in some way, cool. But then, Spider-Man is moving further and further away from that grounded.
Man, ain't nothing grounded about this story. There's nothing grounded about this story. We got interdimensional shit going on. The Punisher gonna be in there fighting him. The Hulk gonna be in there fighting him. It's just a bunch of shit going on in this movie. And then somehow it's supposed to segue us into Doomsday, which is a large scale all-encompassing event that really hasn't been prepared for. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting to see how they attempt to stick this landing.
It's definitely going to be interesting. And here's where we can kind of segue into one of the other main topics here, and that was the Avengers film that's supposed to be rumored to be between. We always knew, okay, so we know it's not really even a rumor, but we know that there's a film in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. At one time, it was going to be Spider-Man, but once they moved Spider-Man, and now Spider-Man's happening before, so Spider-Man's going to do what Spider-Man does. We know that. You come into Avengers Doomsday, you come into that blank space, and then Avengers Secret Wars. The new rumor is, at one point, it's Doctor Strange. It might still be a Doctor Strange film, but the other rumor is that it could be an Avengers film, and they could be Avengers Illuminati, Avengers Time Runs Out, Avengers something. However,
which one? Which one? Were we talking New Avengers with a Z, or are we talking about whatever Team Sam puts together?
Well, the running theory right now is, and that's from Charles Murphy. I'll send this to you in the private chat, Chill, so you can pull it up on the screen. Is Illuminati.
Illuminati?
Yeah. Time runs differently, as we all know, in the Dark Dimension, where we have seen Doctor Strange go with Clea. I don't know why I sent that there. Here it is in the private chat, where we have seen Doctor Strange.
Where did you send it?
I put it
in the chat. He put it in the chat. Enjoy, folks.
I don't. So like we know that time runs differently in the Dark Dimension. It will be 3 years in the main timeline since we've seen Doctor Strange. So when he comes back, 3 years will have effectively passed. And we all know that he is, from other rumors, he's supposed to have this. He's going to be helping Doom, and obviously we know that from the comics and things like that. So he is going to be one of the quote unquote villains they've put as a villain helping Doom. So in this article here, Murphy goes into what he's heard, a conversation he had. He says he had one of his best sources about. Now he made sure that he contextualized that it is just a conversation he had with his source, but there were clues and hints that through that conversation that led to the possibilities that middle film could be an Avengers titled film, whether that be Avengers Illuminati, Avengers Battle World, Avengers Time Runs Out, Avengers Everything Dies, something like that. I think you do that if Doomsday is a big success. You keep everybody on their heels going, because it's like Spider-Man leads into Doomsday. Doomsday leads into whatever this is. Whatever that's going to do leads into Secret Wars. That concludes your multiversal saga. You could, if done correctly, you could have people back in your hands.
A recent trade report indicated that the studio intends to hold on to the July 2027 date. If that's indeed the case, the studio really only has two apparent options: a small budget, non-multiversal flick. So would that be Blade? Yes. And what's the other option? An all new, all different Avengers film. Avengers Time Runs Out.
See, that's where it gets ugly. All new, all different. That's where I jumped out of comics. So if it's going to get all new, all different,
all new, all different.
It's going to get all new, all different.
Because that actually means something. If you're not a comic head, that was like the era of 2015 to 2018, where every time you had a hero, they would just be like swapped with someone who isn't the original hero. That was the thing. Amadeus Cho was the Hulk. Thor was Jane Foster. Who am I forgetting? X-23 was Wolverine.
Yes.
Riri Williams was there for Iron Man, and Iron Man was dead. Sam Wilson.
Like that roster is just shit. Straight T-Rex, big dookies. It's terrible.
But again, we have a team of folks running around calling themselves Avengers with folks on their name Ghost and Red Guardian and discount Black Widow. No disrespect to Florence Pugh. She's great, but like, that is the Avengers right now, yo. That's who the official team is. I don't it's just not strong enough, man. Just not strong enough. I would have swapped out a few characters. First of all, I guess I understand now why there's so much strain in between Sony and Marvel, hearing a little bit of that background story about Pascal and Feige. But dog, the hell if they would have stopped me from getting Tom Hardy in that movie, from putting Venom in there as a Thunderbolt, and if you were just going to smoke Taskmaster like in the first 10 minutes the way that they did, we could have found somebody better to operate that spot. Where's Baron Zemo? Did they execute him or not?
Because if they did on the raft, I thought, right? Is he not on the raft in the Wakandans?
They should have killed his ass.
But even to what you said about that roster wasn't you. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to you. Let's take ourselves back to the Thunderbolts announcement here really quickly. When we all thought it was going to be something completely different. Hold on, let me see if I can find this really quick.
Also, Captain America Civil War was an Avengers movie. They just called it Captain America Civil War. So maybe this third movie could be Doctor Strange Time Runs Out, not Avengers Time Runs Out. And it serves as an Avengers movie because it has so many heroes in it.
That feels like what they're already doing with Spider-Man, though, right? Like, it's called Spider-Man, but like we got 70 other heroes within this movie. We're going to be involved in it in some kind of way. So, de facto Avengers film.
Check the DM chill on Twitter. When we all thought that this was the roster for Thunderbolts, you had me interested. Now, minus Deadpool, I don't remember him being in that in the picture originally. I like your idea of the Venom. You replace Venom with this with Deadpool in this. That's a great roster. And this was the roster that I really thought that they were going to go with, because at the time too, they had the Thunderbolts MCU website had like people were
how is Red Hulk not on this team? Like what he's literally just gonna rot in prison. You casted Harrison Ford to make him rot in the raft.
Yeah, this would have been a great Thunderbolts roster. Again, minus Deadpool for me personally. God. I wouldn't have. I like the Venom idea so much more than having Deadpool there. But that's a great. That's
also what we could probably just like not have not Swamp Thing. What's the man's name? Abomination. He kind of got ruined.
I would like him if he's not like. I don't like it like. Yes, and when he's in the Abomination form, still having the Blonsky voice, what is that? Like, no, he shouldn't have. Like, so if he's like got the voice and he's not the She-Hulk Abomination.
Oh my God, Darius! I just realized they did the same thing to Blonsky that they did to Smart Hulk. As you were just saying that, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. How he ended up rejecting his savage nature and start talking like a normal person and being a complete Hulk loser. That's exactly what happened to Abomination. They did the same shit. Damn it.
Abomination just needs more screen time. Abomination just needs the right writer.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with both of those. He needs the right writer, needs more screen time, because as I said on the morning report talking to Chill, I don't know why I'm rewatching She-Hulk. I've gotten to the part where she's representing Blonsky in that whole scene where he's like, "Oh, hold on, let me show you. I've got control." And then he goes big, and everybody's screaming. He's like, "Oh, calm down. You see, I'm in control. I can go back." And then he puts it back, and I'm like, I hated that when I watched it the first time, and I hated it this. I was like, "This, what did they do to him?" It's awful.
Zemo ass should have been put in a pack.
Man, definitely should have smoked his ass. That's why I was hoping that we never seen him again, because the Dora quietly took care of that shit on the way back to Wakanda. They didn't even have to use the prisons.
Thunderbolts is available on Disney Plus after 118 days, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. Extend it. Good. This is a record, right? In the Disney Plus era, nothing has ever gone 118 days. Make it go longer so that people don't get the idea of I can watch it this weekend, but it'll be on streaming any minute now. It'll be on streaming anytime now. I don't want to go to. I don't want people to do what Marcus did, which is wait till streaming. Business wise, I mean, like if Disney doesn't make money either, it doesn't affect my life at all. But I do want these comic book movies to continue being successful, to return to being successful, because they're not continuing.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. We got a super.
I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a chick. Tell my mind I ain't forget.
We got $2. It's from I Am 2 Fly Cam. Just got here. Hi. Did y'all discuss Star Wars Starfighter yet? No, we didn't. But since you're here and that's where you want to go, that's where we're gonna go. So Luke Cage closed, Thunderbolts topic closed. Let me get the timestamp. 1 hour and 5 minutes. We're talking about Star Wars Starfighter. What's the cast, right? Is that what the news item was?
It was the cast. It was the reveal of the first image from the official Star Wars account. Last time we talked about Starfighter, I was like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. It's the one I'm not really interested in at the moment. I'm more interested in all Shadow Lords, and I'm more actually really that really was it. And Ahsoka season 2, but that was really it. But like a fucking kid every time. It's nothing not that picture's spectacular or anything like that. I don't know. Something about that picture got me excited for this film, especially when they showed the rest of the cast, like seeing Aaron Pierre in there. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm excited that he's in it. Matt Smith being announced last week or a week before, whenever it was. I'm slowly getting excited for Starfighter. And this picture, again, there's nothing miraculous in this. Just the kid that was rumored, we confirmed now, Gosling. And they're sitting on a speeder. Nothing spectacular, but it's just that, I don't know, that Star Wars kid in me, when I saw it, I instantly got excited. Like, this is now because it's real now. It's real. And the reports are saying that it's a completely different story. There were rumors saying that Rey is still going to be connected. They're saying, Hollywood Reporter and Sean Levy are saying no. Well, they didn't say no to Rey, but they're saying that this is its own story. So if this is its own story, has nothing to do with they're saying the so-called Star Wars or Skywalker saga, then you have my fucking attention. But if she shows up,
I'm Rey Skywalker.
Oh, don't say that. She can show up. Just don't say your last name Skywalker.
She ain't gonna come in that bitch like I'm Rey Palpatine. She gonna be like, I'm Rey Skywalker.
Of the Skywalkers. Yeah, no, I like the picture. The kid, the initial report was that the child is possibly force sensitive. We don't know if it's just a child he's looking over or if it is indeed his nephew. He himself, Ryan Gosling, may be force sensitive, or he may be more like a Han Solo - Rendar type person, bounty hunter, or what's the bounty hunter's name from Nice World? I forget his name.
Or like Poe.
Yeah, or like Poe, something like that. He could be like one of those type of guys. We know that he is married, and I guess from new reports, Eva Mendes is playing his wife. Eva Mendes is going to be playing his wife. We know that Mia Goth and Matt Smith are supposedly the two Sith. Don't know if they are a couple, brother and sister, but they are together.
That is going to be crazy. Mia Goth and Matt Smith as Sith. Bro. I like that, actually. Now I'm envisioning it like you said. I'm kind of putting it together. I think they both can play pretty good bad guys. Eva Mendes as Ryan Gosling's wife.
Yeah.
Is he going to be older? Eva Mendes is older than Ryan Gosling, right? Am I tripping?
They're married in real life.
They are married in real life. You are damn right.
No, why did I just do it? My apologies, Eva Mendes. You don't look a day over 30.
They are married in real life.
I need to see her return to Fast and Furious. She had a post-credit scene in the 5th one.
She literally had a role in that series, right? She was in the movie in Too Fast, Too Furious. She was an agent. She had a role.
Let's see her return.
40 role.
She's part of the family.
Family.
So it's in theaters May 28th, 2027. Sean Levy's directing it. I'm actually excited for it. It's on my list of ones I'm excited for 2027.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I'm sure by 2027 I'll be excited too. I'm not excited now. Are you more excited for that than you are for Mandalorian Grogu?
Yes.
Wow.
I think I am, just because this is taking me in a completely different story with Star Wars, especially if they're saying it has nothing to do, if they stay true to that, if it has nothing to do with the Skywalker saga, I've been begging you to get away from them for the longest. And I love the Skywalkers, but they've milked it dry. So if this is going to get us away from that, great. And I'm interested. Like, again, this picture doesn't do much, but I don't know. The Star Wars kid in me just excited. I liked it.
They're gonna include
Rey. Hold the Rey.
This kid, we need a lightsaber, and they'll be like, "She's got a spare. She put one in the sand." Okay, they take out what else Skywalker? What was her
I
name?
leave.
Leia. They
I
take the
leave.
Leia, and then they say, "Well, you see, if you pull it apart, there's a golden force cranium item that's inside here. And when you turn it sideways, it's the biggest secret. Leia's lightsaber was the key to this whole plot. That's how they're going to include Rey. They're going to need Leia's lightsaber.
Well, they would have to define what a force cranium is first.
It's like vibranium with the force.
Yeah. Hold the Ray, please. If they hold the Ray, this thing has potential to pop through. If not, I think we know how it's probably going to go.
Yeah, hold the Ray. Easy on the Ray.
Mm-hmm. At least see how I play. Why wouldn't you too? If the idea was, man, we have no other viable characters to carry the legacy forward, why not run this brand new concept through, see how it performs before you pour the filth of the entire last regime all over that? Like, don't do that. Let's see how it stands on its own and then incorporate. You could taint the whole thing by incorporating the aspects of it that people didn't like. But then again, I'm making movie sense, and we're talking about a studio that hasn't been doing that in quite some time. So
yeah. Who do you think Aaron Pierre could possibly be playing? Just like we know
in Star Wars?
Probably no one force sensitive. Maybe like a pilot, somebody like helping them smuggle something.
Watch him voice the droid.
That's crazy. Darius said, I know what he's not playing is a goddamn Jedi.
Oh, he's definitely not playing a Jedi. If he is, I'm shocked. I'm happy if he's playing a Jedi. Yes, I doubt it. He is likely on the crew of somebody's ship.
It was was it Abrams' treatment that he wanted to have Yahya Abdul-Mateen be
Damon Lindelof.
Lindelof, yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe he stole Lindelof's treatment, or maybe they took it and gave it to Levy, and said, "Here, you run with this, but do it our way. Do it the way that we want to do it. You got to bring Ray in."
Oh God. And I, you know, what you just said, I kind of said the same thing when Matt Smith was announced, because, you know, which he revealed to Josh at the Happy Sad Confused podcast, that he was supposed to be in Rise of Skywalker. A lot of people speculate maybe as a young Palpatine or something, but he said he was supposed to be in it. He said he was going to be a villain. So maybe they took elements from that and were like, hey, Matt, you want to come back to this? But
who worked on both? Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh God, it was nice until we went there. It always comes back to that, though. You can't. It's inescapable. It's inescapable.
Yeah. She's supposed to leave at the end of this year, so let her have her fingers in this movie, and then bye, Kathy. Darius preaching right now. The Star Wars script that included Rey should also be put back in a pack. It will be. It will be.
Smoke it.
But I'm interested in this. Like I said, great cast. With a cast like this, I do hope that, because Star Wars has never been big names like this, so with a cast like this, I'm hoping this is a great cast. This is a good cast. Matt Smith, you had me at Matt Smith and Mia Goth anyway as villains. That's gonna be fun.
Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I hope Aaron Pierre uses his natural voice and not an American accent, because John Boyega did that. I know it seems ridiculous, right? It's Star Wars. Why would you need to change your accent? But John Boyega did it.
I'm sure he's going to use his real. I was shocked he didn't use his real accent, because damn near everybody in Star Wars speaks with a British accent anyway. So I'm shocked that he.
In a universe far, far away, we speak the King's English.
Right. Yeah. So I hope he does too. He probably will.
Because I'd be tired of the American actors are losing their. No, sorry, I'm losing the wrong voice. American actors are losing their jobs to the British. That's a thing. That's an American role. That's why he spoke that way. Yeah, let's keep it natural and keep Aaron Pierre talking the same way he talks to Teyana Taylor. See, Americans and British, they can get together and prosper.
And Amy
Adams
always
trying to be an ambassador. You're always trying to bring international peace.
Yes.
Well, then go to The Hague. Then you go and fix the ICC and give them a backbone so they can actually carry out some justice.
Too much work.
Does Amy Adams play Nebula?
No.
Okay.
No, hell no.
Who's Amy? Oh, Amy Adams. Wait.
Lois Lane from Henry Cavill.
That's Amy Adams.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is Amy Adams. Okay, who am I getting her mixed? I'm getting her mixed up with the chick in obviously Nebula, but obviously Nebula's also in Jumanji.
She was in this Netflix movie where she was like a secret agent or some shit like that. I can't think of the name of it, but that's who you're talking about.
Her name's Karen Gillan.
That's what I'm talking about. Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan. Yep.
Yeah, Karen Gillan. They kind of look alike. Both redhead white women.
It's like Bryce Dallas Howard and Jessica Chastain. You couldn't tell me for years that wasn't the same woman. Could not tell me.
There's the big difference.
Well, now there is. At a certain point in time, it was like twinning.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Now Bryce Dallas Howard.
She didn't got thick, but yeah, back in the day, yeah, they did. I can see that for sure.
Super. I'm too fly. Matt Smith already looks like an alien low key. Yeah, he's exotic.
I wonder how they're going to make him though. Like, is he going to be alien like? Is he going? That's another thing with Star Wars. Can we get some aliens back in this shit? Everybody's human. There are no can we get some alien?
Yeah, I would like to see him in some prosthetics. Let's make him
Yes.
look like he's from another planet. You know what I mean?
That'd be dope. It'd be dope. But
Maybe
I'm sure
we'll get
he's
them
coming in with just a cowl, long black cape, some black gloves and boots, and maybe a scar with a story.
Oh, the story. Who gave him the scar? You know, the good guy, and it was an accident.
No, they're gonna tie it. They're gonna tie it to something. One of the Knights of Ren.
Oh, yeah, they're not done tying up those loose threads.
He could be a Knights of Ren.
Whatever you read from the Knights of Ren in one of those like post-movie big books, ignore it because so will they.
Everything's canon until it's not.
Until it's not. Right.
That's the motto at Lucasfilm. Everything's canon till we say it's not. It's funny.
Karen Gillan was in Doctor Who along with Matt Smith. Oh,
nice.
People do that. Idris Elba was with John Cena in Suicide Squad. Then he joined him on the Agent movie, the one where they're both prime minister and president. What was it called? Head of State. Head of State. That was a good watch. I think it's on Prime. Super.
Payback, homie, I'm bringing CA back, and I don't do button-up shirts or drive Maybachs. All you
Another one from I'm Too Fly. Well, will this movie be a prequel or new ground? They said new ground, right? They said it's after 5 years after that one.
After the Ray trilogy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would like that. Clean slate.
Clean slate, please.
That's the real question. Also, Sean Levy says this will be the tone of Andor, so better embrace the greatness. Oh, like it sucks. He pays us to say this, right? And we gotta pretend to be nice. Oh, Too Fly, we appreciate the donation. Look at you, Andor. Yo, you like Andor? You like?
That's actually not from Levy. Levy never mentioned Andor. That was the director that is helming the newest trilogy for Star Wars. That said he's going to have the mix of Andor, and he said another Star Wars one too.
What's Buddy's name? Sean Knight or something like that. The guy who's doing the trilogy, the Ray trilogy.
I'm looking for it right now.
Sean Levy doing the Ray trilogy. Who's doing the Ray trilogy?
Mm-mm. It's something Knight. I thought his last name was
relevant, and I used to know it at a time. Now I forgot it. Brandon Knight? No, Brandon. That's a basketball player. Stephen Knight.
Why can't I find it? I thought I
Steven feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Levy though. Levy didn't mention Andor. Thank the gods.
Thank the gods and the seven.
That was the other director. I'll find it though.
Stephen
the
Knight,
old and the new.
Bridges screenwriter.
There we go.
I think it is him. He is known for being the former head writer of the upcoming Ray-led Star Wars movie about the new Jedi Order. It says former head writer.
Is he out too?
He departed the project in October. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I'm very glad we just did that right now because it is that confusing. Stuart Beatty, no, not him. Well, Taika Waititi's getting no, not him. Okay.
Oh it's Ryan Johnson. Remember, he's still getting his trilogy. It's Ryan Johnson.
You better not.
I'll take the tone of Andor to answer this. I'll take the tone of Andor. You know, with consequential characters, with the Force. I'll take it with Star Wars. You know.
Why?
Simon Kinberg.
Is it Simon Kinberg? I was gonna say
Simon Kinberg. There we go. Appreciate you, brother Stark. Yeah, and he did make that god awful Phoenix movie where he had Professor X crip walking up the steps. Gene, stop! Don't make me move like that. Gene, no, Gene.
Yes, it is Simon. It is Simon Kinberg. I don't know why. Yes, it is Simon Kinberg. So Simon Kinberg said recently about Star Wars that here it is, I think. Here it is.
And
Simon Kinberg teases that his Star Wars trilogy will be inspired by Andor and The Empire Strikes Back, finding a balance between big, epic science fiction storytelling with really intimate, dramatic characters work. So yeah, he's the one that's referencing Andor, and he wanted to throw Empire in there too. I mean, hey, throw one of the best films in there with some of their worst work.
But then we also hear things like The Mandalorian is getting a trilogy of movies. It just depends on how good the first one does. So like when Mandalorian does do well, I hope, and does get a sequel and a third, when are we fitting in the time for the Simon Kinberg movie?
I don't believe Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be a trilogy, personally. I think they might have that pinned on the walls at Lucasfilm, but I think the audience is going to tell a different story because if we go, which we've talked about, if we go into Mando Grogu and he's still goo goo gaga, give me that little ball to play with, and I'm cool. What are we doing in the next two fucking movies? Because it's been 7 years. It's been 7 years. 2018, he was introduced as the child. He's Grogu. He's been Grogu since season 2. He went off with Luke. You fucked that up. He's back with. So now, what are we doing for the next two films? What's the story here? Because I've honestly lost the understanding of what Grogu's purpose even is anymore. I don't even know what his purpose in Star Wars is anymore.
I think they've kind of lost the whole chosen one angle of it all, right? Like, I think now the best that we can hope for is some resemblance of an origin for Grogu. I think it's still there, still interesting. Like if we can explore a potential home planet of Grogu and Yoda, the exploration of species, that's still uncharted ground, which could still be, a pretty groundbreaking, exciting concept to explore. But they got to do it right? And he has to mature. Like for any of that to even matter, to actually pay off, he has to mature as a character. He has to move beyond where we started as Grogu when we first found him. He's like a few paces beyond where he started. There's not much character development for him at the moment. So before we get to that, before we get to a self-enlightenment journey, he has to even be sentient. He has to be thinking. He has to have thoughts and feelings and ambitions. Got to give the character some depth.
Yeah, I agree. Those fan pictures that they did of him older with the little Mandalorian helmet on. I don't want that. I don't want him to have I guess, you know what? Be different. Sure.
Be different?
Yeah, be different. Be different in that way because he's not traditionally a Jedi. He wasn't raised by a Jedi. He hasn't been trained by Jedi. He's been trained by a Mandalorian. So why not take on that culture?
Would you grow him since we're being different? Would we say like this guy can be tall enough where it's not a puppet? It actually is a human, a short human.
Not that different. Not
I
that
think you
different.
would be revealing things about the species. I think right now we assume that they're all small. They're all Yoda size. If he ends up Dinjarin's height, then that completely blows the lid off of what we thought Yoda comes
Yaddle
from
though.
as a species.
Yaddle. If you look at her also,
Yeah. Yep.
but they're
Mm, mm.
old. Maybe we say this species starts small, gets tall, and shrinks to Yoda.
And
Right?
shrinks back.
Can we say that? Just to save them on costs when it comes to a CGI being and a puppet.
You could actually have a person in there. Would that save you cost though? I think they want to go CGI being over actual human in terms of money.
Look at
Yeah.
that
Money's
picture.
that
Joe.
humans ask for more money.
Yeah. Well, they fucked that off, or they fucked off any type of what he could potentially be like when we see him back on screen when they took him away from Luke. So it's like, unless he's been training with Din, so that means opening scene for Mando Grogu. When I see Din in the hallway, fighting those stormtroopers, I want to see fucking Grogu bouncing off walls and shooting and lightsaber and shit too. Like he's been training with Din, because you took him away from his training with Luke, so he's been training with Din.
He fights like a Mandalorian.
Yes, he fights like a Mandalorian. Yes.
What?
That would I'm cool on that. I'd be cool with that, because he's not raised by Jedi.
But who took him away from Din? Kathleen Kennedy.
Give me this plus some talking points. We might be in business. You know what I'm saying? We'll clean it up a little bit, but I can take him in a Mandalorian mask, shooting a blaster. Have no idea where he got the green lightsaber from, but everything, yeah. I could take that.
By Dwayne, where'd you find this picture? Because this looks so inspiring.
Yeah, it was just on comicbookmovie.com. It's from 2023. A bunch of people were making different fan art of Grogu. I'll send you another one. Actually, I'll just send you this whole thing so you can pull the link up here.
You can pull the link. There's no sound.
I could, but I've already sent it in the private chat.
The Instagram page?
Yes.
From Pastana Jason. All right.
If you scroll down, you should. Oh, it's the third picture there, and has multiple.
Okay, that's the one. Okay. He's got that scar hairline. Sakar. The Darksaber, right.
Okay, Darksaber and the Mando mask.
This pose
Still looks like a baby.
Cooler. Check that other one. Some of the poses in here are cooler. I liked him with the little dreads, to be honest. No, it's in the other one. Check that other link in the private chat. He did more.
We know there's an AT-AT Walker thing. This is all right. Now do you get a black voice actor? Say that again, Marcus.
That's a man. How do you Grogian? That's Grogian. That ain't Grogu. That's Grogian. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grogian.
Grotavian. What up, Grotavian?
Grogius. Nah, Grotavian. I like Grotavian. That's nuts. Grotavian is nuts.
Yeah, if so, he needs to be doing some shit like this personally.
Thank you, brother Stark. Thank you for simplifying this. De Grogu.
Yeah, De Grogu.
that's my man's De Grogu.
Capital D, capital G.
De Grogu.
De Grogu. Oh, there we go. That works too.
There you go. Yep.
De Grogu.
Yeah.
It was a group effort. De Grogu.
Yep.
I fucks with that one.
Is that better than One Domain?
The Grogu, yeah, no, the Grogu is dope. That could actually, I'm actually gonna let. That's like Vashan when they were doing the WandaVision shit. It's like Vashan.
Yeah. Yep. Star Wars. What's next?
Where you want to go?
I think D23 is.
Just the expectations for that. That's hard. That's hard to do. Most important thing is to get T'Challa. The most important thing for me, I don't care what happens at D23 between Zootopia, Avatar, and every other IP they have. If they announce the actor and then it's confirmed it's T'Challa and not T'Child, they win D23. That's very unlikely to happen because that would be like progressive and whatnot. So no, a Wonder Man trailer is not going to wow me. What they do with Star Wars Mandalorian Grogu could, but even then it'll be the teaser and not the full trailer. So like, how much do you really give us in the teaser? It's going to be hard for them to get me. So the hype is D+.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be. I'm more so looking for Lucasfilm to show up. I've seen the Maul Shadow Lords trailer, but it's been from somebody's recorded phone. I want to see it, in its 4K, blah, 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 released. Same thing with the Mando Grogu trailer. So I want to see that. If they have any, well, I doubt they have anything more to share from Starfighter, but I'm sure maybe they might talk about something more of it, maybe give a little bit more detail on it, and then maybe reveal some other things for Star Wars. I don't know. As far as Marvel, it's like we talked about. I don't know what they're going to show us that we already don't know. Besides that, if they reveal that middle film that we were talking about is an Avengers film, but even so, is that going to be enough to be like keep people talking for months and months and months? Like, oh, the middle film is now another Avengers film. Cool. That's D23. We talk about it that Saturday, maybe that Sunday. Of course, people will talk about it that Monday on their shows. But does it gain traction in October, November, December? I don't think so. So I don't know what they're going to talk about that we don't know.
So it seems like we're on a consensus about what to expect or not expect from the Marvel side of things at D23. A lot more focus on Lucasfilm. So I'm gonna pivot the conversation a little bit and make a Drake reference. So post beef with Kendrick Lamar, Drake has made a lot of business moves that have been international, right? In terms of where he's performing, where he's doing his tours, a lot of things outside of America.
He's not like us.
And the reason being, I think, is because he's placating to audiences that are more hospitable to him at the moment, right? And that comes after a realization that you may not be able to get the same type of turnout, the same type of reception from crowds even just a few years ago that would have been exalting you, asking you for an encore. And so what that shows me a degradation of brand. So let's flip that over to Marvel. SDCC Hall H and D23 are traditionally two of the biggest unveiling events for Disney every year, year in out, for their products, for the TV shows, for the movies, for things coming to the parks, fan experiences, stuff like that, right? It's their time to tell you what's up next. And the fact that they have bowed out at least this half of half of it for this year with SDCC, but then not really a whole lot of buzz going on about D23 either, tells me that is a loss. That's a loss in market. Like that's a loss in grip of the audience, where now we can't even get you excited to come out here to these experiences and hear what we have to show you. So if you're not planning to go above and beyond, if you're not planning some big reveal, if you're not looking to blow people's socks off with what you're talking about on these panels and in these segments for your up and coming projects, why do it at all? Like, why do it at all? You want to know what's the most real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go. You want to know what's the most interesting thing for me, which I know it's not going to be even remotely controversial because it's going to be a very organized affair to make sure it doesn't devolve into that. But if they do any type of press or open media for Tron Legacy, that is the most interesting thing for me in the whole gambit, because whatever Lucasfilm announces may or may not come to pass other than the Maul stuff and Ahsoka, because that's already in the pipe. But anything else is your guess is as good as mine. And then on the Marvel side, they haven't taken a swing in, well, Robert Downey Jr. That's their swing. That was their big reveal. And so now do they even feel like they need to give you another one here at D23 in 2025? I just don't feel like they're in a position to hold their cards anymore.
CinemaCon, that is a big convention that they do attend. That was March, and they show up. But I think like D23 is going to be like, the fantastic car is going to be flying in the sky, and they'll kind of like they'll try harder there. Darius, what did you say? Because I wanted to add to it.
Just about what are they going to show us that we don't already know?
Oh, right. What we don't already know. Avatar, like maybe they'll have an answer to the Variety article we read the other week where it was boys are not really showing up, and how are we going to get them? Maybe there's going to be a brand new franchise that they just unveil right then and there.
I'm not talking about Disney as a whole. I'm talking about Marvel Studios.
Marvel Studios, I don't have an answer for that. No, I'm
not worried about Disney's Expo event. I think that they are probably going to have a pretty good event. I mean, there's other movies outside of Marvel, Toy Stories, Utopia, all these other good things that are coming out that they can highlight. I'm talking specifically Marvel Studios. Like Tina said, they better go sit down in the corner somewhere and get this shit together, because what are you showing that we don't already know? And I know some people said even the cast revealing. Okay, so you're going to announce 30 more people or bring out 30 more people when have all 60 and be like, hey, the cast for Doomsday.
It worked for Smash Brothers. Everyone is here. Remember that commercial for Smash Brothers Ultimate?
I remember that. I do. But again, it's kind of like we talk about with Marvel. This is a different era. Who was? I think it was Josh again that was talking about it. I was watching. I haven't watched one of his lives in a while because we stream in the morning same times he does.
I watched him today.
I watched him today, and he said he was talking about Star Wars too. He said the same thing. Like, somebody said, "Oh, let's get a Darth Vader series," and having Darth Vader have maybe in a different era that would have worked. Kind of like when we talk Mace Windu. Yeah, sure, maybe in a different era. But if this was a different era of Marvel, I would say, yeah, bringing out the entire cast of Doomsday, sure, that might spark the world. I understand people watched Chairs for 5 hours. I don't know that's going to be the case for is that kind of pulls back to my first question. Does that get people talking past D23 weekend? Sure, into the next week, but after that initial next week, are people still like, oh, the 60 people that were revealed got me so excited for Doomsday?
So here's a good point by Buck Thoughts. So I think that also the focus, because there has been so many high profile losses this year, the focus by the big studios is going to be speaking towards the investors. Like, okay, your money is being spent responsibly. This is what our plan forward is.
They're all in the building.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe these big showcases are becoming less and less about fan service and making us feel good about what's coming out next, and the people who are actually financing the projects themselves and convincing them to continue to do so going forward, because that could lead to some of the the nostalgia jerk offness of all of what's been happening in these Hollywood studios, going deep into the wells of old IPs to try and revitalize stuff, and everybody's kind of guilty of this. Everybody from Paramount to Warner to Disney is trying to find the nostalgia button to press in every genre that they have. It's just, it seems like the way that they are communicating is much more on a business level. It's like, all right, cool, we got Marvel problems, people not watching Marvel, let's make an Avengers movie. And in a very business minded way, you would just look at the numbers, look at the titles, and say, oh, well, these historically Avengers titles work the best throughout MCU history, so let's just queue up some Avengers titles and let it rip, without paying attention to where you actually are in the saga and whether or not it makes sense, if there's a viable team of Avengers within your current mix to even do that. And then you might just end up having Red Guardian on the Avengers team doing that type of shit. So they are speaking to the people who are funding the projects more than they are speaking to the people who are buying the product, which is it's a self-eating snake. How do you give the people who gave you money to make the film their money back, plus their bonuses and whatever else they're owed, if you don't serve the people who will eventually pay their money, which actually ends up being their bonuses and their recoup on their investment? Like, the dollars that you have to pay them back are the dollars coming out of my pocket. Who do you serve first? Who do you serve first? That's a legitimate question. Do you serve the people who are helping you fund the project, or do you serve the people who are buying the product? Chicken or the egg?
Chicken, egg, self-feeding snake. You're just all animal today, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who do you serve? Do you serve the people buying the product or
Red
the people
kidnapper.
consuming?
And she still be calling him daddy, y'all. Marvel has an interesting way about family.
Why would it do that? Don't you feel you're biting yourself? You're just that hungry?
It's just never ending. You can't escape it. He's an infinity sign. This man really looked up a self-eating snake.
Now you just got to pull it out. Well, he's still biting. Why are you doing that to yourself? That's crazy. That's crazy. Customer is always right. Nah, some fans don't got it right. I wonder what you just said.
Yeah. I don't know. If you're in a spot where you're in Disney's shoes, where like it's basically impossible for you to completely fail, you will end up creating like smaller, more successful satellite studios before you completely go belly up. That type of big, it may just behoove you to keep serving the customer, because at the end of the day, there's no amount of threats from investors that's really going to put you under. You're too old, too big. You'll always find someone else to invest in a Disney stock. If you're somebody like Warner, it may be smarter for you to listen to the people who are cutting the checks, because they might just sell you to Apple.
It's true.
That's not happening. Nah. It isn't.
What's that?
That Warner's
Warner
going to
Brothers
sell
getting
to Apple? No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Apple?
To somebody, to a tech company who they seem very interested in owning one of those superhero studios at some point. So I don't think that they're going to hold out forever, but we'll see.
It'd be unique and new to see like a Zionist entity company going, we don't want ownership of this. We'll give it to Apple.
They would have to completely fail at it. And, you know, where we're at right now, it's not unheard of. It's not impossible for that to happen.
Well, then it would be owned by another Zionist.
That's who they would sell it to. You right, Cornelius. They'll fuck, or John C, my bad. They will fuck around and sell that bitch to Elon so they can keep it in the group. You know what I mean? Well, Elon
Disney's
don't like them either, does he? Elon doesn't like them. Sure. Or does he? I don't know.
Did they let fish
Who knows? He's that brother's trying to recover.
Let fish forgotten they had a bird in the hand. Yeah.
Animals. If they miss with X-Men, it's over. Yeah,
I'm not waiting for them to get to X-Men and fail at it before we can say it's over. Do you understand that they would have tanked a Secret Wars movie by then if we're saying, okay, now if they tank the X-Men, it's real bad. We would have gotten all the way through the Secret War saga as a tank, and we still hanging on for X-Men. We won't need it at that point. We'll already know.
Russo brothers are fine. They will deliver a fine movie. We're not talking about D23 though. Is that it? Like that's like really nothing more to say. Marvel will not surprise us or wow us. They are capable of doing it. I'm sure it'll be nice if you're in Orlando and you'll get all the bells and whistles and it'll be a fantastic experience. But will not satisfy us.
I don't see how they could. Well, no, I do know how they could, but I know that's not what they're doing. Right? You need a big reveal. You need a punch to the gut.
Marvel is coming. We got Monica Rambeau, and we're gonna even call her Photon. We'll give her name. Then we got T'Challa's coming. Hey, you like Daredevil? You like the Defenders are all back, and it's tying up into this and that. Yeah, that'll be
because here's the thing: the natural momentum of it all is dead. Like there is no natural momentum. Like if we had a year like we had this year going into 2011 when the first Avengers film came out, dog, where would we be?
Yeah.
Where would we be? Where would this universe be? Would it have even survived this long? You know,
Captain America 1, Thor 1.
Yeah.
Those were both good outings that made you interested to the Avengers. And in Avengers, that circle shot we all remember when I'm like, oh yeah, Hulk had a movie, Iron Man had a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my, 4 franchises. This doesn't happen. Like
they all had end credit scenes that tied into each other, featured the other characters from the other movies.
Oh.
They let you know something was coming. They let you know that we're building towards something. We've only really just gotten back to the idea of meaningful post-credit scenes in the MCU, but now it's at a point where people aren't going to see them. So now you got a whole nother problem in on top of not creating general interest within your hardcore fans. So I don't know what they're going to do at D23, but I don't think it's going to make headlines.
Yeah, sorry, D23.
Yeah, I think they make headlines with their Pixar, Disney announcements. I don't think they make headlines really with their Star Wars, Marvel. Maybe Avatar makes headlines. You know, not everybody's seen that trailer unless you saw Fantastic Four or something like that. So maybe they make headlines for things like that. But as far as like Marvel,
no, be pissed, Tina, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna ignore the last phase and a half and be like, "Yes, yeah, so you remember 2019, right? Boom,
it's an Endgame sequel." From what you know, Scoopers posted today that Tom Hiddleston filmed scenes at Peggy and Steve's little house that they built.
Really?
Yes. So
well,
Loki,
I mean, he could be anywhere, right? He's in control of the
good movie. This is it. That's very intriguing.
It's go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, just Loki meeting with Peggy, and I'm a friend of Steve. Yes, I know already, but this is grave danger to the universe. He's got to return the stones. He's messing with the time, and they'll be like, "What are you talking?" Like, man, that's such an interaction because we've never seen those two interact with each other before.
The way it's been set up is that there's 4 people currently, because you know they're filming this on Windsor's property, so there's no cameras, no drones, no nothing like that. That's where Steve's house is built. So the way it's been set up is that there are 4 people, including their stunt doubles, I believe, that are filming currently at Steve and Peggy's home. 2, obviously, Steve and Peggy. 1 has now been revealed to be Loki. The other, some people are speculating maybe Doom. You know, he is obviously going to, that's the motivation here. He's after Steve because you went and had a life with Peggy and that branch timeline fucked up some shit. So we're going to revisit that. And that is why I'm coming to kill you. So if that is the case, yeah, Tina, you're going to be pissed like the rest of us because this is a in-game sequel. This is a in-game sequel.
Like, we didn't want people to do all that shit y'all didn't like. Forget about it. Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an Endgame sequel for sure.
And I like that. I like the Endgame. It was the best movie that ever happened.
I did like Endgame too, but it's just like I feel like you fucked my time off for the past 5 years then, because
that's really what it is. Like, if you actually been watching all of this shit and keying in for the last 5 years since Endgame, and you've been consuming all of this horse shit, thinking that you was gonna get some sort of payoff from it, and they just gonna jump back to 2019 and start the story from there.
We saw Thunderbolt's post-credit scene. They've got a moment in Doomsday, okay? You're also going to get an Eternal or 2 show up. Mephisto might get mentioned.
Brother,
Eternal's got some work to do.
Every scooper, and I believe Feige himself confirmed, them Eternals ain't showing up nowhere in this shit.
Oh, they got to. They got 6 appearances to go. they got work to do.
He said he needed therapy, Kumail Nanjiani, therapy, because he thought,
Crazy.
oh, this movie's gonna do so well. I'm planning my life. I could do the mini movies around Marvel schedule. Oh, wow.
Damn. Talk about
He's
a rug
the one
pull.
who got in shape too. Respect to him.
Yep.
He did. Yeah. Yeah. They. The
6
Eternals.
pictures.
The Eternals thing is supposed to be picked up in the rumored Judgment Day. That's where we're supposed to see that ensemble again.
Who is
going to
it?
stay in the rumor?
Judgment Day. You know, the whole Erisham coming back to judge, and then the
We're not
deviants
doing that,
connected
though.
to the mutants.
We don't have time for that. We got incursions. We don't have time for Hiroshima.
Not talk about after Secret
We
War.
don't got time for that.
He's supposed to be showing up after especially if they keep it close to the comic deal where the deviants
judges all of Earth.
Yeah.
It would be very interesting. That is a post-Secret War saga that they should do.
I think
Don't conflate it. Don't make it small because you're trying to fit it in between all this other stuff you got going on with Secret World, Battle World, whatever the hell else.
And that's the way
its own thing.
Yeah, the way you bring the Eternals back in, hell, they're still after, trying to stop deviants. You think that the mutants are formed from some type of deviant gene. They're after them, and it's like, oh, here come the Avengers. Hey, those are our friends. Stop.
Honestly, I would be okay with them not. You know how after Endgame happened, they kind of break the saga to try to build into something new altogether. I would be completely fine with them adopting a comic book attitude and simply continuing the saga. There is no break. There's no large scale reset where we're telling meaningless stories just for almost filler because there is no overarching theme yet. Like something from Doomsday or Secret Wars can trigger the judgment from Hiroshima. It could trigger Hiroshima's return to judge Earth. Right off the heels of Battle World. They're still reeling. They're just getting their footing back on Earth. And then, boom, here come Hiroshima. You know what I mean?
What's in the comics is the connection, I forget, there in Judgment Day with the mutants and the deviants. What was it?
So they actually tied the mutant, legacy. So they're offshoot of deviants, essentially.
So that could be the thing that triggers Erisham. If what we're saying is true,
okay.
Well, if the mutants are activated due to whatever this whole thing is, I don't remember exactly what the rumor was. This whole thing that's supposed to be activated, where if the mutants are activated, truly activated in our universe or whatever, their mutant gene is activated, that could be something that triggers Erisham, where he's like, "Oh fuck, time for some judgment." Thought we killed all y'all.
You know what I hated about this story is that Avengers were all living inside of a hollow Celestial. And then it was alive again. And by the end of the story, the Celestial just returned back to being the headquarters again. And they emptied it out. It was like so inconsequential. And that's my problem with Marvel Comics. No matter what happens, Storm right now, she's going through huge power-ups in her comic books. By the time we get to the final issue, Storm will not be the herald of eternity anymore. She'll just be regular old Storm again. I'm still collecting. I'm still buying it. Still got to support it. But I know it's directionless. And that's my Marvel Comics soapbox rant right now for that. I've run out of energy. And there's a reason why I really don't cover comics the way I used to. Marcus and Harry Shem is sending me.
Definitely not saying Harry Shem. Harry Shem.
So we ain't got time for Harrison.
We don't. Definitely don't got time for that right now. Let that be its own thing. Uranos is a good add-on to that as well. If we can ever get to that story, he's Thanos on drugs. He's Thanos' grandpa.
I want Harry Styles back as Star Fox. Euros. I'm
another open-ended plot thread that doesn't seem like it's ever going to pay off.
You think they bring Harry Styles back for that if Judgment Day is real? He's with Makari and them right now. Him and Pip.
I mean, why not?
I don't know. Is he expensive?
I mean, did he sign I'm sure it didn't just sign a contract for the cameo. You think? I'm sure he probably signed like.
I used to respect Marvel to be like, of course he signed, but not.
You said they could have paid him under the table for that appearance and said, "We'll call you. we'll let you know."
Has he ever talked about that since? I'm sure like he got asked maybe in an interview, but I've never seen anything like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to come back." Like, "Oh yeah, my phone is
in
on."
the comics, I'm actually Thanos' brother. Never. Just like no one talks about how there was a giant celestial talking to people on Earth. No one brings that up.
No one
brings.
They don't even mention it. Like, damn, he just hopped in all of our brains. But I guess nobody cares.
Nobody mentions that. Like because when Arishem came, it was like a cold fall day. Motherfuckers was outside with scarves and shit on. He came to the clouds. They was like, ah.
Same thing with that Moon Knight episode where the celestials, I mean the constellations, the constellations were moving.
When Khonshu was moving. I think when we watched it, we said so. Nobody in the MCU saw the sky moving.
And imagine if you're on those planets, no one came to Earth and be like, "Yo, you guys were the source of this. You're the only planet that didn't move. What happened? What you guys do?"
Nah.
You killed everyone when the planet moved. Everyone just bumped into a wall.
You created a gigantic tsunami somewhere on my planet by moving the moon around and the stars and shit.
Then you had Khonshu getting his ass beat by who was the guy that beat his ass? Alligator.
Oh yeah, the alligator guy. Ethan Hawke.
But
Jake, you mother, Jake.
His god got big and
the fertility god
beat Khonshu's ass in front of them pyramids.
And then we ended the series on a blackout scene.
We did.
What happened to that Egyptian superhero girl, the Scarlet Scarab?
The who?
Yeah.
The what?
She got buried in
You're making up shit now.
No, it was in there.
Nah. That's that Mandela effect. You thought it was there, but it was never really there.
We do not besmirch Nelson Mandela with that.
She got buried. She's dead.
No, it's a psychological effect. That was a real thing. I think people thought I thought that Nelson Mandela was like president of South Africa for a long time.
Hold on. The Nelson Mandela effect is we thought he was the president this whole time. That's the Mandela effect.
It's when you think things are a certain way, but it was never really there. It was never really that. Like your peanut butter. What's the number one peanut butter brand in Canada?
Jiffy? I don't know.
Okay, it's Jif. It's not Jiffy.
Jif.
Yep. But literally people probably everywhere would say Jiffy. Right? It's not Jiffy. It's Jif.
I've always thought it as Jiffy, and it's Jif. Yeah.
It's Jif. Or like, there's another thing. What's another one?
I know. Okay, so I know what that is. I know why we use Mandela effect. But what's the source? What's the root of it? What did
because while he was in jail, he was such a still a loud figure in South Africa that people thought that he was like still a leader.
Okay,
they were able for a long time to still have him in jail because people thought he was leading in South Africa.
I go off of the Mandela effect is people thought Mandela was dead, just like every other great black leader. And so when you find out he's actually alive, you go, "Oh, he's alive. I thought he was dead. He was just in jail or something." Like, okay, that's what the Mandela effect was. And I think it'd be
probably a little bit of both. Is just the misunderstanding of what the actual circumstances was. There's the
like. I don't feel it's right to disrespect Nelson Mandela with thought you were accidentally dead, but you're actually alive, and then name a phrase after.
Nah. Not in that context. It's more so again of a collective thinking of a something or a certain circumstance. It's not actually real.
You're gonna go down a rabbit hole again. We have a morning show. Me and him have had this conversation.
No, we didn't.
Chat. I don't know how he forgets these things, but I guess
I know that it came up, but I didn't That wasn't the 10-minute thing that we did last time. It was Matt Smith and Voldemort.
No,
I know.
Yes, in the plethora of our debates, this was one of them. We
What
went back
happened
and
was you
forth.
forgot the term, and I said I don't want to bring up what it's called. I just don't want to bring it up, and then that was it. I didn't
Sure,
bring it
you
up.
remember
Someone
shit
mentioned
so
it in chat.
differently. I didn't.
Somebody
it was-
mentioned it in chat.
No, I brought up the Mandela effect because I was talking about light skinned dude. What's his name? Not Kid and Play. Sinbad. Sinbad's claiming he never played
Yeah,
the
the
wizard.
Shazam movie. That's the one.
I brought
was
that up, and then we
Brought
went
it
on a
up.
very long
Then I
conversation
said, let's-
about it.
And then you said you didn't know what the term was for Mandela effect. Yes, and I didn't want to tell you what it was. Someone wrote a chat, then someone wrote a super chat, but I didn't go into it with you.
Okay. Either way, Marcus, we had this
That's
conversation
it, here they go.
already. We had this conversation already, so you're really preaching to a wall because he's not going to understand it or change his preference or thinking on it.
I understand why people say it. I don't feel it's right to memorialize the Nelson Mandela name and associate it with "we thought you were dead, but no, you're not actually dead." And
But you're the
honor
only
that.
one
I don't
associating
think
it with
that's
that.
the
I'm not
the
associating it with
implication though. But I hear if that's the way you're taking it, that's your prerogative to take it that way.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Marcus.
Don't
Appreciate you too,
appreciate me.
Darius.
I don't say
Hey,
that.
y'all don't put me in the middle and use me, okay? Both of y'all just did that shit. Darius, like he's not gonna listen to you, Marcus. Here, go chill. Thank you, Marcus. Y'all don't do that. Y'all.
He's
fight
not
with
gonna
me out of
listen
the-
to you. That's why I said that's fine. He didn't have to. He didn't have to appreciate mine. That's fine. I said what I said.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Are you going to continue using Mandela effect when it's a time of something that you thought?
Until I've been using it my entire life, I'm not going to stop using it because you think it is something to do with connected to his death.
Okay,
don't
so
make
I
me to
think
make
it's connected to his death. I think that, but I'm wrong. It's actually connected to we didn't know you were president. That's what it's actually
I
about.
can't say that you're wrong. I can't say that you're wrong. I'm telling you what I see and what normally people preference it to, and that is it being one thing, being something that it's not. Or us
Speaking
once
about the
thinking that it was
collective
something that it's not.
consciousness, it's not. I don't think it's directly every time referencing his death necessarily.
It's referencing that we thought he was the president. And then when we learned that he wasn't actually the president, we go, "Oh, I thought something that wasn't." That's why we call
wasn't
it
the case,
and it's not his fake death or his life. And we're not insulting his life. We're just talking about we thought he was president. That's what the Mandela effect is.
Even if you liken it to the fact that people thought that he was dead for a time, it's the idea that when an idea permeates society, it can spread. That's what we're talking about when we talk about Mandela effect. Yeah,
that's why we use it. I totally agree with that, and I hope that the Mandela effect isn't related to the man's death. And I was wrong for assuming that it's related to we thought he was dead, but he wasn't actually dead. And we don't, every time we say Mandela effect, reference a fake death of a great leader.
Correct.
Who sacrificed much.
Well, what a
great way to end.
No, I'm saying do I need to go outside? Are there pigs flying? You admitted to being wrong to your very hard stance on this? My God.
I said that if it is indeed the wrong opinion that this isn't about the death of and it's about the presidency, then okay, yeah, fine. Mandela effect. I can understand it, and I'd be less offended by it. But if it is what I thought it was, I'm holding my position. So I did not admit that I was wrong. I'm opening the door to if I am wrong, and that's what it is. Then it's not as offensive.
Not Anthony.
Hey, you know what? That's even a step for you opening the door. That's a step. The door is open.
Can you open the door too and be like, okay, chill. If it is based off his death, maybe it is insensitive.
Yeah, you know what? I'll play ball. I'll open that door.
Do you mean it though?
I said it. I don't say things I don't mean. I meant it. I said it. Here we are. Is there anything else today?
I feel like there was something else in there. Damascus. Did you guys watch any of the Damascus on Tubi?
I watched the entire first season, and I can't wait to break it down. Can't wait to break it down. Still waiting on Josh to watch it, but it was it was a very emotional watch. It's a lot of stuff in there that had me like, yo, what are they talking about? And then other times I was like, yeah, exactly, precisely. You took the thought right out of my head. It's a very emotional series, but it's also a multiversal series as well. It's a good show. It's a good show. AMC got them one. Shout out to AMC and
What is
Tubi
this
for
one?
putting it on. AMC Plus made it. It's streaming on Tubi though.
So does that mean Tubi bought the rights to it? Like it was
It
on
seems
sale?
like it. Yeah, because I don't see it playing on AMC at all.
Well, it will. I think it'll end up on that streaming service. It'll have to. You didn't make it to not ever have
I
it.
mean, the main channel. Usually, the streaming, the AMC Plus site is usually just a secondary service for what's playing on the linear channel. I haven't seen Damascus at all on AMC.
One in the chat if you're watching Damascus, 2 if you're not watching Damascus. I've seen 3 episodes now, and bro, the first episode, oh my god, I was like, this show.
I was like, damn, what?
The Martin Lawrence scene, right? And I'm like,
yeah.
And as it's playing out, I'm like, this is garbage. This is terrible. And then, it's interesting, right? But it's like, this. Oh, why would we? And then,
why did it play out like that,
fiction,
right?
It's science fiction, and I'm like, oh, okay. And so
my jaw dropped, fam. That whole last 10 minutes of that episode, I was like, the whole time.
Oh, I might have to watch it. I'm looking at the trailer. I watched the trailer. I might have to watch. I didn't know anything about a 30-year-old black man.
If you don't know what Damascus is.
1 if you're watching, 2 if you're not. Stamina put a 2 emoji. Xavier put a 2, and everyone else is not participating in this questionnaire. But we appreciate you guys for watching live.
Definitely check it out. Check out Damascus. It's a good watch.
I'll start it after I finish the Blacklist.
Whew, that's a long one. That's a beast.
The science fiction stuff. The what's Aunt Viv's name? What's her real name? Aunt Viv, the first one. She's in
the doctor.
I haven't seen her in anything.
Oh, you mean her Janet Hubbard?
Yeah,
the real name, Janet Hubbard. Yeah, yep.
I haven't.
She's pretty good. She's pretty good in the series too.
Yeah,
Janet Hubbard.
Like Red. Red's pretty funny. Martin Lawrence is doing a pretty good job. He's providing the comedic relief. Which I mean, what else would he provide? But in this cast, he's clearly the biggest, most experienced actor, and he's taking a supporting role, and he's doing very well at it too. So I like it.
Yeah,
didn't even have a sister.
Man, it was like, and then my sister Shayna. But the crazy thing is, I don't even have a sister. It's a mind twister for sure. There's a little bit of Inception involved in it, a little bit of Shutter Island. Like, I like where the show is going. I'm kind of excited for a season 2.
We don't get into therapy sessions that much, do we? How many shows actually do the therapy thing for real? I think there was a Shrink in Falcon Winter Soldier. I remember that.
Legion.
I don't watch
maybe.
much. Oh, Legion? Okay.
A little bit.
I didn't see that. Yeah. Okay, maybe therapy do happen. Never mind. I'm not going to give it points for that.
But no. It's still rare. Still rare where they're actually doing like real stuff. Like the conversations that are being had on this show are a lot deeper than the surface level type of mental health talk that you hear on the internet or in most TV shows. It was like there was actually they challenged the individual in question a lot to dig deeper beyond what he would just say about himself to make himself feel more comfortable. And so you as a viewer are forced to dig a little bit deeper as well as you're viewing it. It's a good experience, man. I have a lot to say about this show.
She called him an F boy. He said, "Is that your professional opinion?" And then she asked a couple questions. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it makes me think though, like, you know, relationships and do you really love her? Why do you keep her around? What are you wasting her time for? And then you're over here acting out, you're not even attracted to her. I felt like I had a session too.
Yep.
You gonna check it out? Are you checking it out right now?
I watched the trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Did you? I should have pulled up the trailer as we were talking. That would have been a much more enjoyable viewing experience. I'm pulling it up right here. The Damascus trailer, and it's on Tubi. Came out a month ago.
So we're just leaving our honeymoon.
In Antigua.
Welcome back, Damascus.
It's like I'm sleepwalking. I just turned 33.
The world is as inhospitable as ever. And I'm a black man. I've been feeling like in some ways I'm losing track of myself.
And y'all know how Damascus is, right?
Oh, that's the workplace.
That shit fucking sent me. That sent me. He did all of that fucking work and tried to be accountable and went back to them people and did a great job. And they said, that's sorry shit about him. I was like, see how they do us? That was one of the points where I was on his side. I was like, yeah, man, I feel you.
Yeah.
I started going to therapy.
Digital immersive reality therapy.
It's a new treatment. It's experimental.
It ain't never too late to change. And that's why I'm happy you here, Damascus.
You got this. On some level, you chose this adventure. It's up to you to understand why.
It feels real, and I know that it's not.
I'm just honored to be a part of this mission. You know what they all say about you and your mission.
My brain is clearly rearranging things.
Curse in your house, I smack flames out your ass, Pops.
Pops, you got 1 foot in the grave.
I'm about to put the other foot in your.
You don't gotta be fighting on the white people's holiday.
Maybe if I can see what a lifetime of commitment looks like, play it out, see the outcome.
There's an infinite amount of outcomes.
This is not my reality. I'm not supposed to be in here.
Do you really want to do this for the rest of your life?
What if I decide to opt out?
Brain death. Or just death, period.
Okay, I'll do it.
He's got a beautiful girlfriend too in that show.
Which one? The one he wants or the one that he's actually with?
I don't want to answer the question because maybe someone didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Faux show.
Hey, we're being showered right now. Lawrence A 1133 tells us $10 super chat, and he tells us,
Thank you for that, Lawrence. Very generous.
Darius, you can only save one, Chill or Marcus.
Oh, that's really tough. That is really tough.
Throw your boy a buoy. Throw your boy a buoy.
Like, who you do morning shows with?
I was gonna say, on one hand, I do a morning show daily with Chill. We do this stream with Marcus.
Man, the morning streams don't hit like Pantheon Thursdays.
Which I'm a part of.
Pantheon without all three equal parts.
That's true. That's true.
He gave us money, like he can't not answer, right?
I'm thinking on it.
What save us from what though? What are the circumstances? Is a shark attack?
I'm about to say, if it's water, I can swim. So you don't gotta waste your time on me. I can swim.
I can swim, but not for long. But I can swim too.
Not for long. So yeah, go make sure Chill make it to shore. We can work it out. We can all agree.
What are we swimming in? Is this a pool? Is this an ocean? Is this a lake? Because if this is a pool, okay, I could probably save maybe both of you or one of you. Now, if this is an ocean or a lake, I can't save either one
or the other.
I don't get in water. I can't see through.
Hey, Cornelius Wilder. He says y'all be on here flirting.
Cornelius is funny. No, I don't get in water I can't see through. So if you're in the ocean, I might have to watch. Be like, there could be a shark under you, Loch Ness monster. How much of the ocean have we really explored?
That's what you're gonna be thinking while I'm drowning. So as I'm
gonna be running.
You're gonna be like, God damn, it's a shark up underneath you, bro.
I'm gonna be running to the shore and be like, can you get a little closer?
If it's Lake Lanier, all of y'all drowning. No, Raymond. That's the ancestors. They're dragging people down. Only the folks of colorless like to go swimming.
I would have to save I would have to save because I don't know that I could do without. Because I look forward to arguing with Jill, so I'd have to save Jill. I have to save him.
It's good to be saved.
But at the same time, we'd be trying to swim and grab Marcus too.
Yeah. I'll kick a leg out. Yeah, definitely. What?
And again, if we ain't in no pool, y'all both might go. Can't see through that water. We went on a cruise.
Yeah,
I went up to my ankle when we got to when we docked. You know, got on the beach and all that. Everybody's like, "Oh, get in." I was like, "Oh, how about not?" I've seen videos. You know, people like to say, "Well, sharks don't even come that close." Sharks know not like they know, like they saw. Oh, there's people over there. Let me not go over there. Like what? I've seen videos of sharks on shores and shit. I'm not getting in the ocean. Ain't meant for me.
You're never going to swim in the ocean because of fear of sharks.
Not just fear of sharks, the fear of the unknown in general. I don't know what's in there.
Okay.
When I'm watching beach videos, and have you seen that thing where you pull out that nasty big worm out of the beach, a sandworm? Why is that in there? No, I don't need to be out there. Okay, I don't need to be out there.
And if you don't go digging for it, it ain't gonna come up out of there either.
I don't know. He touched the top of the sand and pulled that bitch out. He didn't dig. So I'm like, I don't know.
I have never once been on a beach, and I've been on quite a few beaches, and seen a fucking worm snake hop up out the goddamn sand and try to attack somebody. People just be out here messing with stuff they ain't got no business digging up or messing with. Leave stuff alone sometimes and carry on about your business.
No, you're right about that. The ocean is just a scary place. It's a you know how people have like a fear of space phobia. It's like irrational. I'll never go. I've never been, but it's real. I have like a fear of space. I have a fear of the ocean. Like a real fear of the ocean. I don't know what's in there. we barely explored the bitch. It's just like I just can't get in it.
Thanks, Lawrence. All right, did I just read this or no? Now it's Marcus. You can only save one. Chill or Josh or Darius.
Oh, damn. A third one got thrown.
Damn. Okay. Well, I mean,
you no longer.
I was about to say only one of those individuals in that list went to elementary school with me. So
you guys go that far?
Yeah. Y'all want to see something? Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
And they always joke about who's older or different ages, and I didn't know that they went to elementary school together.
That's like Henry and I. Although y'all will never see Henry's face. Yeah, Henry and I have been going to school together since second grade.
What's his stance on like joining? Because we hear about him all the time, right? Why wouldn't Henry be on screen?
Henry will join and be okay. So you know how what's his name is like that deal for Campia, the dude with the beard. Yeah. Like reads all like pulls up the stuff for Campia. That's what Henry would be the equivalent to, but he doesn't want to be on camera.
I believe 6 and 7 years old in this picture.
Oh yeah, way back.
Way back. Yes, sir.
Way back.
So yeah, I think out of family association alone, I'll probably have to go and save Josh. Same stipulations though. I'm gonna spin the block. I can swim. I can go quick.
Yeah, like Lauren said, basically that.
It's a swimming situation, right? It's not cars.
Was that in the 60s? Hey, watch your mouth, Raymond. Watch your mouth.
Dallas fan? That's for Micah Parsons. I know that name.
Micah Parsons, linebacker, just got traded to the. To the Packers.
26-year-old football player. Shout out to you. And that will be the stream. There are no more super chats left to collect and read and watch.
I think he gave a third.
Clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Chill. You can only save one, Darius or Marcus. And this is difficult. If they didn't answer, I would have said, Lawrence, you can't just put that in there. You can't just corrupt everything. You can't just mess with the flow. I'm not going to choose between two partners of mine who I'd known for. Nah, bro. Thank you for the 10. But no, I can't say that now because they both selected. You can only save one Darius or Marcus. Well, I love both. I look forward to, all the, let me get all the good stuff out the way because it is important. But to choose one, who interrupts me less? It's hard. It's hard. I think when it comes to the Free Palestine stuff, the politics stuff, I hear more of Marcus on that front. But when it comes to the daily, reliable, helpful business, who's helping put money in my pocket, Darius is helping there with the morning show, the consistency plus the Pantheon. I think he reached out to all of us. You reached out to me, but I wasn't ready that day. But you reached out to all of us, so you connected us. Oh no, I might have known Marcus before. Perp might have hooked me up with you.
Yeah, you might have known Marcus.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, so I can't go to the past. I can't use the present, and even like towards the future, nothing really. I see. I need Darius. I need Darius more. And plus, there's that big special thing that I have planned, and I think I told Marcus before last week's stream, right? There's that thing. It's hard. I'm gonna. It's hard, bro. Let me just choose Marcus. I'm gonna save you before I save Darius. Free Palestine before everything. That's all.
Yeah. I don't gotta drown tonight.
Not that he supports Israel, but I feel like you know all about the skin cancer capital and what they do to oppress the Palestinians.
Skin cancer and kitty touchers.
Oh no.
The Las Vegas guy, right?
Yeah. Well, also just like a lot of the nation itself, but yeah. The cybersecurity guy who got let go was able to skip his court hearing, which was yesterday.
Yeah, but they put him on a no-fly list, right? No,
I don't know what's going on with him. I don't think anybody other than the judge who gave him the date is upset about it. So we'll see. Apparently, you can just come to a foreign country and get wrapped up in a sex trafficking sting involving minors.
One more super.
They shooting. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up.
Puma League with the 2. Marcus, after these messages, I'll be right back.
For sure. Shout out to you, Puma Lee. He's going to a commercial break.
Oh, it's one of those. I didn't do that on my end. I need to start doing that, where you get a commercial ad to play during the stream, and I keep forgetting to put that in there.
You got to make us attractive for advertisers, bro.
Honestly,
that's how we make bank, bro. It's the Catalina wine mixer. Got to make bank.
To the viewer who that may piss off, like, what? You put ads in the middle of your stream? Just go to 1.5 speed and you'll catch right back up. But it does allow us to get paid if you watch the 30-second ad. Now, if it's a 60-minute ad, don't watch it. I get it. Skip ad. But definitely that is how we get supported. And then, you don't got to super. You don't got to spend any money. Just spend a little bit of time, watch the ad revenue, and we appreciate that. And we're not going anywhere. All three of us, even though Lawrence tried to split us apart.
It was some straight up trash too. Like, answer these questions. $10. $10. Shout out to Lawrence, though. We appreciate it. Every cent.
Very much appreciate it. And it's very generous as well. So
I think he put 10 in each one of our chats too. Like, he went to all three of our channels.
I appreciate that.
Very much so.
Yes.
Very much so. I've been figure hunting, so I appreciate that. There's a huge toy con coming up next weekend.
You mentioned the red tornado the other week. You getting it?
If I find him. The odds of me finding him aren't likely, but if I find him, that'd be great.
I'd like to see him in the background there. He'd be a cool toy.
Yeah, I need to find him. I need to find him and some more.
My mission for you in the September, the new setting, you got to have like red, you got to have purple, then blue, then green, then yellow. They've got to run like a rainbow. We can go left or right to left, but they all got to. And no Marvel, not a single Marvel. I want to see
what you want me to do? What
you gotta decorate the back with just different colors themes. So if guy's wearing green, then you keep him on the left. If the guy's wearing red, he's on the opposite end. Guy's wearing purple, right in between. You got to have it color coded all the way through. That's the design I want. That's how I want to set this thing up. Yeah. Got it? Marcus, your job. You're getting W's and L's. Everyone tune into the back of the bus on Sunday as they live stream. There's going to be a lot of opinions over there from Marcus and Josh, but then some additional ones. Masked.
Now listen.
Yes.
We may have a guest on Sunday. If we have a guest on Sunday, a certain guest that we've already had on the show, I'll slide your takes to the following week. Cool.
That makes sense to me.
I think you'll enjoy the guest a little bit more anyway. So,
of course, I might have a guest too. That is big also. So like, look out for what we got going on.
Sure, big things happening, big things popping,
and little things stopping.
Here's what you got going on, Scoop King.
I have nothing going on outside of whatever the potential deal with Chill. I have nothing going on at all. Yeah, no. I was just trying to think, shit, do I have anything to add? Nope.
Any Avatar stuff? Let me run this by you. I ran this by Darius. If the Avatar Korra, if she dies young, right? Then it would mean that only a few years passed since Legend of Korra. Wouldn't that be cool? Because we get to see the same supporting characters from Korra, and there would be some guy being like, I'm the Korra Slayer, you know?
So is that what happened at the end of the series? She died?
She doesn't die. But if she does die young, by the time we get to Avatar Seven Havens, wouldn't that be cool that she died young? And
see
all
some of the same characters, yeah. I think that was part of the disconnect for the series, for the Korra series, is that it took too long for us to get the holdovers from the last series. By the time we got to what was it, General or Sergeant Toph, and we go back and we see middle-aged Zuko and stuff like that, we were already in the middle of the series. I think it would have helped a lot to have like an anchor to the old series to really like kind of make it seamless, make sure that these characters are connected in some way. There was a lot of disconnect.
Yeah, even an animal that lives old, even a spirit that lives for a long time. Just give us someone.
If Momo's still around somehow, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I was right about to click end stream, but it looks like we got more money. Thank you. I am to fly cam. Random question. Favorite holiday for you all?
Oh, Christmas.
I'm a big Halloween fan.
Like I like to dress up for Halloween. That's my favorite time to turn a good cosplay. But Christmas for sure. Movie marathons, music. I'm a Christmas freak.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just anti-holiday. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't do any of that stuff. So the Islamic holiday of Eid, but the one after fasting is done in 30 days, that's my favorite.
Christmas, I actually do really like too. Christmas, it's. I don't know if I'm going to make sense when I say this. Maybe you know what I mean. Christmas just doesn't feel the same. It's not so much that I'm older. It just doesn't have the same, like, it's not the same. I still love Christmas as far as like the movies, especially the music, and the time of year cheer and all that kind of stuff. Yay. But like, the look is different. I don't know. I just remember like driving down to my grandmother's house when I was younger for the holidays, and Christmas just was a different look, a different feel. I don't know. It's not that I'm older. That's not it. It's just it's different. I can't really put a finger on it.
The season begins a little bit earlier than it used to. There used to be a December thing, maybe like 2 weeks before they amp it up. I mean, now I feel like by the time we get to the 25th, like I heard all these
day after Thanksgiving is when Christmas starts around here.
No, Thanksgiving for you is November 20?
24th.
Thanksgiving 24th.
November 24th. That's a bit too much for me. If you ask me, I think you guys need to make it more special. Like when the trees start losing all of their leaves and we get that depressing moment, that's when you need to cheer. That's when you need to artificially. That's the depressing time.
Same weekend. Last football game is played on Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend. That Sunday, you probably putting up Christmas lights.
The tradition in our house, we typically put them up the night of Thanksgiving. So after we put the Christmas tree up and everything else like that. And they start playing Christmas music, the radios.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
After.
I like Mariah Carey last year. She said, "Not yet," when they started playing her song.
I love all the TikToks as we get closer to Christmas. That especially involve Mariah Carey, they'll play they'll do like one of her riffs in the wind, and somebody will be like, like they're unthawing her. It's almost time.
I remember those ones.
That shit is funny. Yeah, but it's Halloween for sure because I get to dress up.
Since we don't really host Thanksgiving anymore, Christmas starts November 1st. That's when decorations go up. When do decorations go down then?
Damn, you be having them up the whole month of November? That's ambitious.
I think they come down. They come down the 1st.
Are you asking me when they should come down or when they actually come down?
Oh, they motherfuckers stay up, but they should come down.
They should come down somewhere in January.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just be, oh, God damn, man, I had a long start to my year and it's been snowing. It doesn't start snowing here in Ohio now until like late December, early January. So sometimes we even miss the week of Christmas with snow. So, yeah, no, a bunch of excuses to take down your Christmas lights in February.
January 7th is the Orthodox Christmas. So in solidarity, you're supposed to keep them up until the 7th.
Okay.
So they say. I'm not speaking out of school. I don't really do that. Bro, in COVID, I kept my tree up for a whole year. How is that an excuse? You're not allowed to go outside?
Trying to blame it on COVID.
Yeah.
You was in your house more than you ever was, looking at that tree every day and just left it up. Don't blame COVID.
Do your cats try to climb the tree?
I haven't put a tree up with my cats, and that's one of the reasons I don't, because they knock that shit down.
Now, there was a year we got a real tree in an old apartment, and you got to put water in the base of those to keep it alive. And my dog tried to drink the goddamn tree water, but that was about the gist of it.
I didn't know you had to put water in those to keep them alive. I thought they just.
It's like a pot of flowers or a vase of flowers. Put some water in it, keep it going.
November 1st, yikes. December 1st, the absolute earliest. And down by January 6th, Epiphany. Bro, we got another super chat.
Baby, tonight's like fuego. We about to spend a dinero.
OH, Ohio State getting blown out this Saturday. Good night.
Man, I'm telling Josh.
Ohio State blown out.
I wish I could add to that.
Has it started?
Week 0 was last week, but there were some pretty insignificant games. This is the first week where there's going to be teams that people care about playing. So
I have a
Ohio State versus Texas.
Shador Sanders question. I'll just quick. He was sabotaged because the roster that went out with him in this latest game were all bad players. That's why no one was catching, and that's why he performed bad, right?
So I would understand why like a layman to NFL would say that.
I'm asking.
The reality of the situation is that if you thought that Shador should get a fair shake to start at quarterback and that he was going to have the same opportunity as Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco to play, then all of this was over when he got drafted in the 5th round. Right? Like the very fact that Dylan Gabriel was drafted 2 rounds ahead of him should let you know where those 2 guys are going to start respectively. Of course, Dylan Gabriel's getting the better receivers. Of course, Dylan Gabriel's getting an offensive line that can actually stand up in front of NFL guys because he's the 3rd round pick and Shedeur Sanders is the 5th round pick. What everybody isn't really putting at Shedeur's feet and holding him responsible for is that being the 5th round, 3rd string guy, every single second that you're on the field matters. And so you can't have bad moments the way that he had. Now, you get the ball out quick to a guy, he dropped the pass. That's not on you. You scramble back 20 yards trying to avoid a sack and then end up going down with the ball in your hands. Well, that's your fault, man. It's just not good quarterback play. And you can't blame that on your personnel around you because you could have just have easily thrown it away. He needs to maximize the opportunities he has from here on out, whether it's with the Browns or another team, because he's not going to get that many of them, it seems like.
ESPN says that Shedeur Sanders makes the Browns roster, but Dylan Gabriel was named quarterback too. So that Flacco was number 1, right?
Yep. And then they traded Kenny Pickett, I think.
That is the most I care about an NFL story until Kansas City and Drake is going to tell me about how they're the best. Kansas, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, a true love story. I don't know football, no.
I don't know football. I don't know football at all. All I know is the OU boys, I believe, got escorted out of here since they're now in the SEC. They get escorted by the police. So I believe they all boarded those big ass bus. I don't know where the fuck they went. I know I had to pull over.
They probably just traveling back and forth between the stadium and wherever they're staying that night, the hotel or whatever. Just wasting gas.
Yeah, no, it's different now that they are
in the SEC.
Yeah, they've changed.
Y'all feel like a real football program now?
I could give a damn, but they've changed their tunes around here. Definitely, they're like sprucing, like, bro, the construction they did in the city this over this summer. Well, it started kind of the middle of last school year, and over the summer to prepare for not that they didn't get mass amounts of traffic before, but this is going to be stupid.
Oh yeah,
I already stayed home Sooner game days. I definitely won't be out now. Hell no, I'll get everything I got to get done before. No.
Yeah.
You were muted.
You already know the answer. Darius is dressing up for Halloween.
I don't know that for sure yet. I haven't decided for sure.
He's going to be the light-skinned Mr. Terrific.
That'd be dope. That's a dope.
For sure. I'm thinking that one, Mr. Terrific, or I talked to these people year before last year. No, it was last year. There was a Kang costume that they were getting together that they haven't finished. That I'm thinking about doing that one. They finished it now. It's done. Thinking about doing that one. That was a good costume. Yeah, I don't know yet. The Mr. Terrific one would be nice. I just don't want to shave.
That's how committed you are. It's not an option of, well, I'll look like him, but I'll be unshaved. I got to do it.
Yeah, it's either shave or... Oh, yeah, the other one I was going to do last year was Brother Voodoo. I got that whole thing. If I had it out, if it was... Where is it? It's nowhere close where I can grab it. The staff I made, that, like how he's got the staff with, bro, that's probably one of the coolest props I've ever made. I spent time on that. That was dope. I was walking and found the stick, this perfect fucking stick. Went and got these like voodoo heads, tied them to the stick, and then put this like purple glowing effect around them. Oh yeah, that shit was dope. I was about to have the fucking voodoo Jericho. I was coming in there, but
what was that last year? I think I was. Oh, I was Rick. I was Rick Grimes. It was Rick Grimes.
He said the light skin terrific. Oh yeah, Darius is a light skin denial. I forgot.
I'm not light skin. I don't know why.
Darius, we don't have to do this.
Man, I am not a light.
We don't have to brown paper bag. That's just right now.
One of us.
You are light skin. Chill.
Yes, I am.
I am a nice mocha color. In the summer, I can be
like
a
diet
nice.
mocha, like with a little bit of milk in it, like some milk mocha,
I'm trying to find an example.
like a latte,
like an Aaron Pierre.
No, not
yeah, like an Aaron Pierre, like an Aaron.
Not like an Aaron Pierre. Oh man, not me trying. Not
All right, man. You know, take that light bright. It's all good.
Thank you for coming for another week overtime because they kept us with the super chats. No, we're not complaining. But that would be all. I'll be back Friday morning with you, and I'll probably have some games of this or that ready and planned. Sorry for missing today, but it was for good reason, and I'll tell you guys something after we hit end stream. Okay, Marcus.
Catch me on Sundays, and we'll be live at 4:30. Should have something good planned this weekend. Check us out.
Darius, any plans for D23?
No. I'm going to capitalize on some of these Marvel reactions though, because people still seem to be watching other people watch Marvel. So I'm going to do a Thunderbolts reaction, even though I've seen it. I haven't seen it since haven't seen it since theaters. So that was August. So August, yeah. So I'll watch that. And do some reactions, but that's about it. Nothing.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do.
That's what they're doing.
The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes
right now. My bad. That's what they're doing on Spoiler Kings right now. It's a reaction that they're doing. So you guys go ahead and check them out, bro. Spoiler Kings. They're streaming right now. I will put that link in the chat. But Josh has something to say.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
All right, dog.